Hey everybody, welcome back to Scion. Here we are, the kidnapping squad. Uh, so last time, which you saw if you were with us, and if you've tried to watch it on YouTube, well, it's not there because I'm in my first couple weeks of my semester, so my brain doesn't do anything except school right now, and it barely does that. Uh, so last time, so we knew that we had to interfere in the weave of fate by rescuing this woman from being killed by one of her own, we think her own bulls. We assume, since she lived on a ranch with bulls, that it was one of those that was the culprit. Uh, we discussed several very good plans, which we all had, in varying degrees of development. Some of them were more loose outlines. Some of them had some more of the details filled in. But, we're pretty adaptable as a group. So when plan A didn't seem to be working out, we nimbly shifted to plan B. Because we're a nimble team. We've all done our Scrum Master training. We are agile. That's the word, right? That's the buzzword.
Right.
We're an agile.
Yeah, agile is the buzzword.
Yeah, we're very agile, so we were able to quickly adapt to the changing situation and enacted Plan B, which went off like pretty much without a hitch. It all went very, very smoothly. We got the woman out of her house so that we can get her to safety and guarantee that she is not killed by a bull in the next 24 to 48 hours. So right now she's on her way to dreamland in a medically induced coma. And we're going to just, keep her safe. We're just going to babysit her for a while. And then, when she comes out of that, we'll figure out what to do with trying to explain our actions to her. Or maybe we won't. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, when we left off, we were, I think we had loaded her body, or we're about to load her body in the vehicle out of her house and take off and get her somewhere safe, and also maybe explain to the rest of the group what happened and how this all went down, because not everyone is entirely aware of the current situation. So I think we'll probably have a little chat about that as we get into things here.
All right, so let's get into things. I think we're backtracking slightly. So where we left off was in the car driving away.
Okay.
Flashback. We're at the point where we're getting Maria into the car, and that's where we'll start off.
We can be in the car. It's fine.
Okay.
So at some point, I don't know what the road looks like we're on.
I mean,
but at some point, whether there's
it's not heavily trafficked. It's a country road.
Are we at some point where we're either
What's that?
We're in two separate vehicles, right?
Did you come in two separate vehicles?
No, we stole her vehicle.
No, you took the van.
Right, we took the van and we stole her vehicle.
That's where we're starting at, right? Is whether you're getting her in the van or what, and also there is her vehicle, but we haven't left yet. Is where we're starting.
So I forgot about the other vehicle. So what are the writing arrangements like?
Well, Hannah wrote a note that
Pretty decently.
yeah, she kind of copied the handwriting and all that, and left a note that family emergency, be back in town, tomorrow, kind of thing.
Yeah, something like that.
So her car needs to go. So yeah, we're going to take her car.
So who's taking what car, I guess, was my question.
I grabbed her keys. So what kind of car does she have?
Truck.
She got the the quad cab.
No.
Okay.
On our
A little bit
Scion.
more beat up, 2-door truck.
So Hannah, you have a driver's license?
Yeah, I mean, I have it. I don't drive that much. But yeah, I mean, I know how to drive.
All right. I mean, do you want to drive her truck, or I got to sit with her
Yeah, sure.
and keep an eye on her? But I'll probably have to do that in the van.
All right. Yeah, no problem.
Wait. Wait a second.
Whoa, what?
I can drive. I can drive the truck. Dash, can you drive my van?
So, I guess at this point, this conversation going on. I think if you've watched past episodes, you know how Desh is feeling about all this. Desh just kind of stops and looks at everything going on, and he takes a step back away from the vehicle and says, "I'm not going anywhere. They'll take the vehicles." And I walk over and just sit down on like the steps of the house. I just sit down.
All right, Bogey's gonna walk over to him. This isn't what we planned. And
You're right.
I had said to you that I heard you when you said that you didn't want to continue down the road of non-legal activities.
There's a difference between non-legal activities and kidnapping a woman from her house.
There is. But this has all happened, man. Like,
You're right. And it's going to continue to happen, but I'm not going to be a part of it. I'm going to wait for Carter to get here, as was the plan. And he has a better sense of dealing with dramatic situations. So I will wait to see what he says. But until then, I'm not getting in that vehicle or that vehicle.
we're probably fine to be here for the night. Nobody's gonna be by.
Well, at this point, your decision is on you as far as your conscience. If anybody comes at this point, we're all in trouble.
Say that again, please.
Yeah, you broke up a little bit.
We're all in trouble. Sorry. We're all in trouble at this point if somebody comes by, so it doesn't really matter. Take her, leave her, stay. Doesn't matter. But this wasn't the plan that I had agreed to. And I'm tired of continuing to fly by the seat of our pants, and we always seem to take the worst route. Sylvia has no morality about her. I've learned that about her. I'm convinced of that. She does what she wants to, and she seems to justify it somehow or another. And she uses you, Bogey, as the excuse for that. She uses you and your confluence as the excuse for everything she does. I don't understand how she can claim to be any kind of medical professional and make those claims. But I'm not going to be a part of it.
We're still exploring the confluence, man. But like, I don't think that gives us an excuse to steal people.
If part of the confluence is for us to steal people, then I'm going to take myself out of the confluence.
Cutscene to Sylvia
I don't
walking
think
the
that
woman's
that's
head on the door as she gets in. Okay, I'm sorry. She's fine. She's fine. That's nothing.
I don't think that we can take ourselves out of the confluence, though. So that's
Quinn
one
did.
thing.
Quinn did.
Quinn did.
It can be done. If this is the confluence, I'm not going to be part of this confluence.
Well,
If this is some part of grand plan, then I'll figure out a way work around this plan.
I think there's a lot of ways to navigate the plan, whatever it happens to be. But this part was done for us, to us, but not with us.
It's not done with this.
I'm worried about going to jail.
I don't particularly think I would do very well in jail either, but at some point we have to stand for something.
If this is a path, then there's got to be a path through this. We have to get her back here. Between now and then, we need a way to make it okay with her about what happened. I don't know what that path looks like.
Neither do I.
But I think that you can help figure it out. You have
I'll sit right here. I'll sit here tonight and think about it. And hopefully I'll be able to come up with something. Hopefully when Carter arrives, he'll be able to provide some insight.
But you'll leave with Carter, right?
I'm not leaving with them. I'm not leaving with the woman that we've kidnapped.
But you'll leave with Carter, right?
Assuming Carter's not leaving with the woman that we kidnapped.
And he's not here, so that's not happening.
I mean, all along the plan was we would go try to tell her the truth. And when that fell apart, which we assumed it would, we would leave and we would wait for Carter to arrive for what we had thought was our plan B.
That was my understanding.
So I can't trust either one of those people in that vehicle over there. And I think we've known that all along.
But we're bound. I don't know how Quinn got out, but I feel that we're bound together and we can improve decisions.
When Carter gets here, if that's what he advises that we do, then I will listen to Carter.
All right.
If you feel the need to follow them, then I'm not holding you here, Boogie. You've always walked your own path.
I currently have an unconscious woman in the back of my van, man.
It's never too late to put her back in her house, man.
We can wait for Carter, and then we can make decisions.
You think Sylvia's going to wait around for that?
I have the keys.
What you guys waiting for? Let's go! He shouts from
The van.
the van.
I'll be back, Dash.
You do what you do, Boogie.
So yeah, I assume Bogey, you're heading on to talk to Sylvia and Hannah.
Yeah.
Go for it.
So, I seem to recall not too long ago at the auction house that I had an idea that I didn't share. And it seemed to have created a good deal of conflict amongst us. And at that point, we'd agreed to not do things without making decisions as a group. You know?
Oh, so when everyone decided the best approach was to just walk up and tell her the truth, despite the fact that some of us didn't think that was the best approach, that was the group decision. I missed that part where we all agreed on that.
We discussed it at least.
And then
And
we agreed
most
on
of
it
us did
because
agree with it.
I forgot about that part. I guess I must have blanked because, just a dumb kid. Sometimes I blank out on stuff. Don't remember things.
I don't think I've ever accused you of that.
I mean, yeah, we kind of went to plan B.
Plan B was for Carter to stake out the place.
That's not really a plan. To be fair, like that's just sitting and watching. Like we know she'll be safe. She'll be fine.
I think he was gonna watch and then he was gonna like run in front of the bull when it went to go kill her.
Yeah, it seemed real risky.
Yeah, sure did.
Like, this is gonna end with somebody in jail. Do you think that she's gonna be okay with when she wakes up?
She'll be alive. She'll be alive.
She was alive before.
Yeah, she was
She's
gonna
not aware
die.
of the consequence.
Doesn't matter. You're saving a life.
She doesn't know she's being saved. She doesn't know that she is in danger.
Okay, that's fine. She doesn't have to.
From her perspective, we've drugged and kidnapped her.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, if you only went around doing good stuff so people could see you do it, then what's the point?
Oh, we just did some bad stuff and people saw us do it.
Oh, one person saw us do it.
Right.
I mean, it wasn't an easy way that this goes down. It's weird, right? I'm not even sure it's true, but if it is true, we saved her life. So let's make sure we see that through.
Well, let's wait for Carter to get here before we head out. I'm not leaving Desh here by himself.
Oh, he was just gonna like sleep on her porch or something? What's that all about?
No, he's waiting for Carter.
Does he remember that we're saving her life? Did he forget that part? I know that it's not his favorite way of doing it, but we're saving her life.
We have to continue to be able to be around each other after this. So it'd go a long way toward that if we wait for Carter to get here, and then we can leave together. Or we can figure this out another way. But we can figure it out together, and we can navigate this path together. Because none of us know the path. None of us know where this is headed.
Well, if we
Drugging
wait
and
here,
kidnapping
it's
a person, though.
we put ourselves more at risk. Can we just call Carter and meet him halfway there?
I think that if we call Carter and meet him halfway there, then we'll be leaving Desh here. Now, we can't leave him here.
I mean, you can't force him to come. Well, I guess you can force people to come with you.
Just
Well,
takes a nice jabbing.
Yeah, but like we don't want to do that to Desh. But if he's gonna if he wants to sit on her porch and pout all night, all right, he'll get over it, I guess, or he won't, and whatever.
Well, he's feeling quite betrayed right now.
Oh, boo-hoo! I'll cry for him.
I mean, we didn't really have a plan that was going to work.
Would you agree that this is maybe drastic action?
Yep,
Yeah.
agreed.
All right.
I mean,
and do you see,
I also think like I don't know, sending someone to the Mojo verse in front of their very eyes is also a little drastic.
it is less violent. I didn't know that that would work, but it did work.
To be fair, I wasn't that violent.
She was more violent.
Yeah, she was far more violent than I was. I just stuck her in
I
the leg
will-
and tried to
I
wait for her
will
to fall
say that
over.
this is the first time an unconscious person's been in the back of my van.
Wait, you say this wouldn't be the first time?
This is.
Oh,
Well,
that's
what about Hansa?
Hansa wasn't. He was in my van.
so it's not the first time. Okay, we have a little history. This, huh?
I forgot about Hansa.
How was he unconscious? Did we just knock him out? I
Yeah.
can't remember.
Yeah,
You knocked him out in the fight.
That was blunt force trauma, man. That was.
but he was aware of having lost control.
Oh, well,
He was
she's
aware of the confluence in a way that she is not.
right, but doesn't save her from dying like
It
we are.
doesn't. But if we're going to have a bigger role to play, then we need to be outside of jail in order to do it.
Saved her life, man.
Do you have two
Saving her
ideas on what happens after she wakes up to make her okay with this?
Well, tell her that she's still alive and give her some money or something. I don't know what.
That won't work.
She wasn't gonna agree to anything.
She
Shoot all her
wasn't going
bowls.
to
You think
agree
that'll
to
make her
this.
happy?
She wasn't going to agree to this.
She wasn't gonna agree to anything. She didn't like anybody's plan.
Oh,
Just a stupid muggle.
Yeah, she was pretty upset about everything that had happened so far. That's for sure.
There was no friendly way this thing went down. Like something was getting killed. Her bowl was getting killed. I mean, do you think she'd be happy about a sniper sitting across the street, killing every animal that looked at her funny? Is that Plan B?
But I'm not sure how Plan B was going to work exactly, but
None
we
of
weren't
us were.
going to be kidnapping a person, which is the source of the conflict currently.
No, I mean that was. I said that was a thing.
We did talk about that. To be
Yeah, I
fair.
thought that we had dismissed it, I guess, more than we had.
I thought it was kind of like the only one that made sense.
I understand that since it occurred.
If we couldn't talk her into it, which, yeah, that makes sense, but it just, he doesn't see it.
She can't see it.
So we
How
get
long
away
did
from
it
these
take
bulls.
us to figure out that there was a confluence?
Yeah,
And we're
Weeks.
directly involved. Like you can't tell somebody a path that there's a path if they can't see it. Like she didn't walk with wolves like you did. She didn't find a way
well, maybe we
in
take
a
her up.
world that there was no visible path.
Maybe we take her up to
Can't
walk
do
with
that.
some wolves, Buggy, and that'll fix it all.
Hey, we've kidnapped you. We're gonna go show you to some wolves.
Yep. Just come on with us real quick.
Get walking.
That's not what I'm suggesting here.
Very
I
well.
just want to know she's unconscious, so now what?
She lives for 24 hours. Then we figure that part out. We got 24 hours to figure it out. Or 28 hours, or whatever time it is.
Do people lose memory from before they were anesthetized like that?
Yeah,
hope so.
sometimes.
Because that's
But-
the only way we can get out of this.
Not real predictable. Maybe we wake her up and do a bunch of magic tricks and tell her we saved her life. And she tells everybody we did a bunch of magic tricks. I don't know.
This is more than extra legal is the problem.
Yeah, I know. We're saving her life.
So we'll wait for Carter.
When somebody's dying on the table and their heart's not beating, I don't really worry about shocking them with whatever blank some number of volts of electricity, which would also be illegal because you're saving their life. Or cutting them open. They're also okay with that because you're saving their life. Also
Yes,
something
but
that's
those people
considered
are sick
illegal.
and dying.
Yeah, this woman was dying. So it's kind of the same. Sometimes you got to do a little harm to do a little good.
Doesn't first do no harm? Never mind.
Yeah, and don't they, like, in some capacity, elect to be there?
No.
No, I
not
mean,
always.
like,
I mean, or somebody elected to bring you there?
Not
I was like,
always.
oh man, you're having a heart attack. I'm going to take you to the hospital.
Yeah, but it's not their choice, right? That's what we just got told by somebody else that this person was going to die. So we went and we helped her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We incapacitated her so she wouldn't kill herself,
exactly.
right? Somebody's going to kill themselves. You
She was a
restrain them.
danger to herself.
Yeah.
Really.
That's all, how it works sometimes.
I think that
You save people even if they don't want to be saved.
but how do we justify that?
I just did.
I mean, how do we justify that to her?
Oh, well, you don't
You're telling me
necessarily.
things that I know, but I can't figure out how we justify this to her. Because we want her to live at the end of all this, yeah?
Yes, yeah,
So
that's the whole point.
how do we justify this to her so that she is okay with this?
Try and help her
'Cause
see.
you're right. We did harm tonight. So then how do we do the other half?
Make her accept or help her accept what happened.
I like that quick recovery.
Slip. It would do our best, but we had to stop her now from getting killed. She wasn't inviting us in for a chat.
Not tonight.
I mean, we have just done Sniper on the Hill and rolled the dice.
Well, I get all points are moot as far as that goes. We need a plan. We need a real plan on how we recover from this, because we save her. But then what? We've assured that we'll save her.
Yeah. Cool.
With the highest degree of certainty.
We'll figure that out. We got a lot. We just gotta sit for the next day. We got a lot of
Given the
thinking time.
dose that you gave her, how long is she unconscious for?
Says, yeah, so you would guess between 1 and 2 hours. It's probably been I'm trying to think. I think you guys got there around 10. And so she was probably out by 10:30. It's around 11 now. So she's been out a half hour. You didn't know how much she weighed, so you kind of estimated. So she's probably going to be out for 1 to 2 hours, and she's about a half hour into that.
I mean, we got at least another half hour, but could be an hour or so.
And you have medicine to keep her unconscious?
I mean, yeah, but it'd be nice to have her in a stable environment where you can take care of her, not just sitting in the back of the van.
And then, so once we wait for Carter to get here, and he returns,
What time is he going to get here?
About midnight. His plan was actually to leave right around this time, like get out here around midnight and set up.
I don't know.
Yeah, he was like sleep till 11 and then wake up and get to Pueblo.
Does Sylvia feel like? I mean, I did bring some more of the same medicine. Do I feel like I've got enough here to?
I
make
mean,
it last or?
yeah, but like you just said, and like we said last time, that becomes a lot trickier to keep stable, right? Like one dose, okay, but now you start to get into multiple doses, and hopefully, I mean, at least a bull wouldn't kill her. We can say that for sure. Ideally, and it would be unlikely that you would kill her, but you don't know what kind of side effects, and you don't know how effective it'll be. Having a stable place to be able to work would make this, a lot easier.
I mean, Bogey, I'm not staying around for that. I have this woman's life more than Desh's feelings to care about. So we got to get her back.
Not drugging her would also keep her. I don't. That's another option. Like you could not drug her and she'd still be alive. You know that too. Like if you didn't drug her anymore.
Right. I was trying to avoid the dramatic ball, like whatever, tied and gagged treatment.
It's fair. It's just the nice induced comatose treatment.
Yeah, just the miss a day.
Mm-hmm.
Miss your death day.
Just easy.
Right.
Yeah, nice easy coma.
Dramatic.
yeah.
So,
all right, anyways, sorry, Sylvia said to Bogey, I gotta save her. I got her life to care about more than Desh's feelings. I can't stay around here.
You want to come, Bogey, or you going to stay with Desh?
Can you set up in her house?
No, I need my supply.
For the next hour, can you set up in her house?
No, I gotta go. We gotta get her back to my place. You coming or you staying?
I'm not letting Hannah drive my van.
I'll do a lot of things, but I'm not letting that kid drive my van.
All right. Well, I can drive. Hannah, you can keep an eye on her. I'll talk you through it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the internship prepared me pretty well for this, so it should be fine.
Build some background.
Here, Bogey, I'll give Bogey the keys to the truck. We'll see you back at my place, Desh's place, or something. We'll be in touch.
Yeah, this is called learning on the job.
I regret that you didn't feel that you could communicate this with us in advance. We could have come up with a more rounded plan. But this is the path we're on. And he just walks away from you guys.
Start the car. All right, Hannah, jump in the back with
Yep.
with her.
With my patient.
Yeah.
Yep.
So and then
Yeah.
like as soon as we get going, Sylvia's just like telling you all the things that you should be looking for and this and that and
Yeah.
yeah, she's teaching you.
I got it. This is
And
easy.
I my knack today was that I could help you and you gain +1 enhancement if any
Cool.
roles are needed. I took office hours as my knack.
Wonderful.
Love it.
Okay. Well, I'm sure that this will be fine and she'll stay alive. No way I messed this up.
One second. A question came up. That's actually rather interesting. Figuring it out real quick.
Good.
Yeah, we're gonna turn this into kind of an opposed fate roll.
Whoa.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll cunning plus pilot because it's related to driving. And Carter is the same, cunning plus pilot. And
What's
neither
going on?
one of you can use momentum.
What's happening?
So
They're seeing if they notice each other.
yeah, so sometimes there's a fate roll, right, where it's like Carter had asked or Chandler had asked, like, is there a chance Carter happens to pass them? And yeah, there's basically like one highway between Pueblo.
Oh.
So there's a chance that they would pass each other. And there's a chance that Carter would have seen them and they passed each other. Turns out either Carter didn't pass them or Carter didn't see them.
Go and see him.
So that's not like an opposed
Yeah.
skill, like Sylvia trying to hide and Carter trying to find, but just roll of fate. So sorry, Chandler, no. You don't see the van passing.
Can't
You
hear
and you
you.
are muted. At least to me. I don't know.
It doesn't
I don't
show
know
us
if
muted. Yeah, but the
Yeah, I can't hear him either. He's moving his mouth.
I think he just swore.
I heard that.
Yeah, that was like a cuss word.
I'm gonna try to refresh. Maybe it's connection. Yay! But now I lost Johnny. Wait, I got. Oh, now I lost Drew. Okay, I got everybody.
I don't have Drew.
Don't have Johnny.
Oh, okay. Well, neither one of you have each other, but we both have you. Or we all have you if
That's
you want to
fine.
try to
That's good.
refresh.
Yep.
Oh, there he is. I got him now.
Carter's gone.
Yep. Oh, back.
We all
I got
good?
everybody.
I don't know what just
Yep.
happened, but yes.
Great. All right.
And I
Sorry.
said vacuum, Drew.
Vacuum. There you go. That's what we heard.
I don't know that I don't
That's what we lip read was vacuum, not
vacuum. Oh,
yeah.
Vacuum.
I don't get it. I get it.
So now around midnight in both directions, Carter will arrive at Maria's, and Sylvia and Hannah will arrive at Sylvia's.
Did Bogey? Did you stay here or did you go?
Yeah, I
You
stayed.
stayed. Okay.
So I would.
I think at some point Bogey would notice that Dash has gone inside.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So Bogey, as you're walking back, you'll notice that Desh is not on the steps, and the door At least the inner door is open. Like the screen
Yeah.
door is still closed, but the inner door is open to the house. So you assume he went inside.
All right.
And going in there, you see him kind of tidying up the place a little bit from certainly the scuffle in the bedroom.
That's a real good idea. All right, he'll help.
That's it. Yeah. Anything in particular the two of you wanted to talk about, or basically Bogey conveys?
Yeah, it just conveys.
All right, then we can.
Well, let Chandler get in the game, so I won't say anything else. We'll wait till he gets here.
Yeah, I was gonna say
That's just pretty. That's just pretty quiet right now, anyway. So
Yeah. He
just
probably listened to what Bogey had to say, fumed a little bit, needed to do some more cleaning.
Yeah.
Started on the dishes. That's how they're gonna know somebody was there. So yeah, around midnight, Carter ends up arrives, and you drive up and the van is not there.
Right. So I wouldn't. So as I got my original plan was to kind of park down the road. So as I pull up, I cut the lights, drive all the way up to the house without lights on, and then just automatically kill everything and just walk up towards the house.
And the two of you probably would hear the crunching of gravel, and you'd hear a car turn off out front. But yeah, Carter. I mean, I don't know if you guys ended up closing the door or what have you, but
I'll come back outside at midnight.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, they're waiting for you on the stoop.
I would have asked if you guys needed a coffee or anything, but my phone died. Sorry, I forgot to charge it. So what happened? Where's Hannah and Sylvia?
They
For
took
that
her.
matter, Maria? If you're in her house?
They took her.
They took her.
Yeah, they drugged her and took her.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's all? Good. I thought it was going to be something bad.
Would you say, Chandler?
No, they drug her and took her. Like it's that shock. It's that shock of, oh, okay. So while I was sleeping, what happened?
We went up to the door to try to talk to her like we said we would.
Right, and I'm sure she probably didn't understand anything.
No, she kicked us out, which we knew was a possibility.
Right.
But I guess as she was kicking us out, then Hannah had snuck in the back with some medicine that Sylvia had. And she used that to sedate Maria. And they have her. So they've kidnapped her. And we're...
Okay. Well, thank you for following through with at least what we initially talked about. So I guess the question is, she knows what you guys look like.
She knows our names and she knows what we look like.
Do we know if she saw Hannah or Sylvia? I mean,
I imagine, yeah, she saw Hannah. Hannah was a little banged up from a fight with her.
okay.
I don't think she's seen Sylvia. She's seen you. She knows your name. She knows that you're associated with us.
Yep.
I don't know how this ends without us being arrested for kidnapping. Carter?
That's my fear too. Because my initial thought was we come and we tell her, and then we try to get her off the property. I thought that was Plan B, but I didn't think
She
that.
is off the property.
Yeah, that's a good point. She is, but I didn't think we were. I thought we were going to try. I thought you guys were coming up with a plan to do something else, and I thought that I was going to be up here all night just in case you all weren't able to get her away. And okay, so Jeff,
Yeah,
you all
the
right?
plan was to wait for you.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
So what do you think we should do?
Well, we've got really. We've got two options. We either go forward with what they did and try to keep everybody safe some way, somehow, and keep everybody out of jail, which I don't know how that's going to work. I mean, really, there's three options. I mean, option two, we could call the cops on them, but I don't see that working well for anybody. The only other option I can see that's legitimate would be trying to convince her that we got that this is some elaborate sting operation to try to get somebody that was trying to kill her. But
there's also showing her the magic that we can do.
But we did that. Remember? You did that.
We did.
Show Carter.
show me what?
May I?
Sure.
Okay. Bogey puts his hand on Carter's shoulder.
You kind of blink out and you find yourself on the bank of a river inside some type of giant cavernous area. And it's super weird for a moment. And then you're back.
That was oddly peaceful. I'm okay with that.
But like your mind doesn't go there. You go there.
You weren't here. You weren't here. There was none of you here when he did that.
Oh?
So Dash, may I?
Here. Yeah.
Do
watch
me,
this.
do me.
That's exactly
This is like the only thing tonight that Adesh's eyes get a little wider, like, oh wait, this is kind of cool. I forgot this part. Let's do it again. Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, real magic.
Right.
I just love this because all three of us are on like the front porch having this conversation.
Midnight. Just,
Yep.
How high were you guys?
Disappearing people.
Well, we were this high. Doink.
And so
Yeah,
yeah,
Bogey doesn't-
Desh disappears for a few moments and then reappears.
Oh. So
The
I
cop-
was actually there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm actually more at peace with that now than I was before.
We showed her that. I mean, we were truthful.
No, you guys definitely were truthful. The only thing is though, how'd you convince her, or what did you tell her about her dying?
Well,
We said that she was in real danger.
And then you did that.
Yes.
All right,
And
I
then-
Well,
might have seen where this went wrong.
well, no, we presented it in a way that, I mean, we had told her that there was a reason we were here. And that whether she would believe it or not, we knew that tomorrow, I guess now today, her life is potentially in danger from one of her bulls. And then she got a little weirded out by us saying these type of things, and so we said, well, can we at least, like, we're not con men. We're actually, we don't know why this works and how it works. We tried to explain the confluence, and we tried to show it. At which point, she closed the door on us. Which I'm not sure.
Reasonable.
I'm not sure if we had presented it anyway, she wouldn't have closed the door on us.
No, that's reasonable. And I mean, all right, well,
But I still don't
Okay.
think it was the wrong. I still don't think it's wrong.
no, I don't think what you did is wrong either. I think you guys approached it the way we had talked, and I commend you for it. The only question is now, what do we do about the bulls? No, I mean, do we go and just do we go and get her back and then just bring her back here? Do we follow through with whatever Hannah and Sylvia did? Like, what are we doing? What do you all think? Because right now we have officially kidnapped somebody.
We have.
Well, I guess they did, but
But we.
I don't
but
see
that-
your van, Bogey. So
Right.
yeah, I'm sorry. Do you think she would believe me to be somebody with a little bit of law enforcement clout and that the bull is a disgruntled ex-employee? I mean, we tried
Mhm.
telling her the truth, but that only went so far.
I think that she is unconscious in the back of a van, and any other explanations are going to fall short of acceptable.
I don't think there's a. I don't think there's a way that we do this without her having some kind of like. There's going to be repercussions to this. There's no way to get out of this. I mean, we kidnapped somebody, took her out of her own home, we drugged her.
Yep.
There's no way to get around that, no matter what happens. So we can go and we can keep her safe for the next 2 days, day and through today. And then what? We drop her off bound and gagged back at her house, and then we disappear, and hopefully they can't find us. Somehow I don't think Bill's going to take us under his wing.
I don't think that
I don't think Bill's going
Bill will bail us out of this. We'll be on our own.
to. Yeah, he's not going to put us in mobster WITSEC.
I like that Bill's a mobster.
I mean, I don't know what he is.
Right?
Well, I guess the only thing left to do would be to meet back up with Sylvia and Hannah and try to convince her. To
Yeah,
believe
I
us,
don't-
to not call the cops, to all of the above, I don't know.
I think it's our only option at this point. I just wasn't going to do it with them. But if that's what you advise, and we go together, at least three of us are thinking along the same lines.
I think we have to try to tell the truth and if let the chips fall where they may and this probably isn't going to end up well for one of us, but
Do we thinking about how she'll be when she wakes up?
She's gonna be pissed.
She's gonna be violent.
I would be. I mean, but
So do we need to have her tied up to have a conversation?
no.
Well, I
don't
mean,
think
who
that
knows what
works
she's
out.
gonna look like by the time we get there anyway. Probably knows Sylvia's got her cut open on her kitchen table.
Oh,
So little of me.
she
I think she'll still have her kidneys, but
was her justification was a justification, but
what was her justification, Bogey?
well, she was saying that if somebody's dying of a heart attack, then you don't ask their permission to save them. To which I said she didn't know that she was in danger. So if somebody's unconscious and dying, then you save them too. Her lack of awareness of her danger doesn't mean that she wasn't in any.
Right. She didn't have a DNR, did she?
I mean, that's fine if there were no other options.
I agree.
I don't think we'd explored all the options.
Well, the other options don't matter anymore, do they?
We do not.
Nope. This is the option that we're given, so we're gonna run with it. So let's go talk to them. And the last thing we need to do is have her tied up when she comes to, because that's not gonna look good for any of us.
I don't think it's going to look good for any of us, no matter what we do.
Oh, I know, but it's gonna look a lot better for her if she wakes up and we're not just she's not hogtied sitting there.
Yeah, the way that she wakes up can be controlled also. Like she doesn't have to wake up to be fully conscious. She doesn't have to wake up and be uncomfortable. She doesn't have to be woken up in a violent situation like being bound.
Right.
Not agreed. I just don't know if everybody agrees.
Well, let's go find out what the rest think. And do you have the keys to lock up to the place, or
Yes.
how are we doing this?
Yeah, we've got the house
Yeah.
keys and we've got her car keys, which we need to take her truck.
Oh, that's bad.
I don't know why we need to steal a car on top of kidnapping. I think we got enough years with kidnapping.
No, that's not the point. I understand Bogey's point. Give her the option. Give her the keys.
No, because then she's going to drive straight to the police station.
But I mean, what's the other option? If we don't trust her to not go to the police under any circumstances, then we're down to one of our bad options.
I just don't think we need to take her car.
Well,
If
You want her
she's
to
gone
Uber
and her
back?
car isn't in the morning, then they're right. People will worry.
People are going to worry anyway. It's Monday. She's a rancher. She doesn't skip work. If she skips work, then the ranch falls apart. Don't you guys know anything about blue collar America?
yes. And that's why I'm thinking about taking her car, because we give it to her, and if she goes, she goes, and then we got to figure out how to save her. Otherwise, she's calling the cops to get her and then bring her back. She's
Right.
probably going to the cops anyways,
Or
but moot point.
Or we bring her back. I don't know. Let her ride in the front seat. Take her to the house.
Bogey, what do you think?
Bring her back.
You know, gesture of good faith. I don't know.
I think that we do need to take the. I do think that we need to take the vehicle.
All right, well, All right.
All right, we said
So-
together. You
All
guys
right,
think so?
Bogey,
It's fine.
if you don't mind, I'd like you to drive my vehicle, and I'm gonna walk over and grab my gloves that I was planning on using for a different reason, putting them on, and then locking up the doors and taking the truck, and Bogey, I'll follow you and Dash
Okay.
to Sylvia's.
Yeah, I assume so.
Okay. All right. So the three of you are heading to Sylvia's with a couple of trucks. Let's so we'll call that around 12:30 that you're leaving. So you'll get there around 1:30 in the morning. So Sylvia, we're going to rewind back to midnight or a little bit before midnight. Glad Hannah's back too. So I mean, probably 5-10 minutes before you're actually going to be getting to your house, Maria starts stirring a little bit, and it seems as though she might be waking up.
Ooh, all right, a little earlier than I expected.
Just like, well, we're sorry,
While we're in the
are we
car.
we're in the car?
Yeah, so like 5 or 10 minutes before you actually get to Sylvia's. So yes.
So,
All right, I got it. It's fine. I can handle it.
you want me to pull this over? You think you got this?
Yeah, I'll let you know if it looks real bad.
All right, I'll talk you through it. And I'll,
Okay, great.
so you want to grab this, and I talk her through.
So- More or less, what's the
Yeah.
goal, Sylvia, that you're trying to lead her to?
Administer her, a little bit more. I'm guessing.
Okay.
I don't medically sound decision.
All right. So administer a little bit more of what she already has in her.
Yeah.
Okay.
I assume if that's medically sound.
I mean, yeah. I mean, like we said before, like yes, you can give more. There is a point of overdose, but you don't think that you're likely to get there.
Mhm.
Hopefully, Hannah has enough understanding of what she's doing as she starts, filling the needle. I guess we're about.
Yeah, I'll talk her through it. All right, you're gonna want to go. Get
Right.
this,
That's
you
going to be
do
a part of
that.
it. That's the +1 enhancement. Definitely going to help. So Hannah,
You'll be able to
let's
tell
go
your
ahead.
parents about this. Not
Yeah,
about the
she's-
car, but
She's saving a lady's life.
yeah.
So Hannah, let's get an intellect plus medicine.
Okay.
Got this, Hannah.
Yeah.
Intellect,
Sadly, is not Sylvia.
intellect and medicine.
Yeah, intellect and medicine.
Okay, this will be fine.
Plus
You
one.
got a +1 enhancement.
Yeah, I got an enhancement. That's all we need.
Right. And you're rolling, so I mean,
Yeah.
you're going to get at least 6 successes.
Hey, look. 1 out of 3.
That's not bad.
That ain't bad.
That ain't bad when you're trying to get 8+.
Yep.
So yeah, you guide Hannah through administering a little bit more. You have no idea how much longer she's going to be out for. Hannah obviously has no idea how much longer she's going to be out for, but she's back out.
Perfect. Well done, Hannah.
Yeah, that worked fine. She's
Just-
definitely asleep.
Will you check her pulse for a little bit here? Just,
Sure.
like I taught you.
Yeah.
Obviously, her pulse is slowed a little bit
Yeah.
compared to a normal pulse, but she still has one. That's always good.
That's good. Oh, that's an acceptable
Yeah.
range. We're good.
I can feel something.
Good. Just remember, count it with the 10 seconds.
Oh, yeah, yep.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
All right.
It's maybe a little slow.
Amazing.
But it's there. It's going.
That's perfect. That's what we
Hey,
expect.
good news, y'all should be dead before we get to him, so it'll be fine.
You won't have to worry about her calling the cops.
Right.
No, 5-10 minutes pass by. She still has a pulse, and you get to your apartment. It's an apartment, right? Sylvia lives.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, you get to your apartment.
Yep.
Complex.
All right. So let's scope it out. Anybody out and about?
I mean, it's one or no, it's about midnight. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
Well, let's see. I guess the question is like, where does Sylvia live? Like, is this rented area for young professionals and young families? Is this rented area for like college kids because it's cheaper? Like, where would Sylvia be living?
Yeah, actually, probably a little bit cheaper. College kids.
Okay, so I mean, yes, it's only midnight,
Yeah, there are people.
and Monday the classes don't really count. So there's at least a number of college students that are still up and about, probably unsober.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah.
you got that going for you.
I was gonna say carrying her in won't.
I say, yeah, we'll just go like she had too much.
Yep, that'll look
Okay.
pretty normal.
Right.
So
Weekend at Bernie's. Here we
Yep,
go.
it'll fit right in.
we'll each take an arm over the shoulder and,
Yeah.
and walk her in.
This is perfect.
Okay.
What could go
Yeah.
wrong?
Feet drag, and so yeah, you can carry her on into your apartment.
Man
That was-
overboard.
That was
Nice.
easy.
We don't hit her head on anything or.
No, I mean, I don't know that either of you are especially strong, but between the two of you, strong enough to
We're good.
carry her in.
All right, let's just clear down, get this set up. Oh, first let me clear out all the bowls. Take the bowls, put them outside.
Why do you have a bunch of bowls again?
I just for cereal.
Oh, just got it. All the dirty dishes that are laying around.
Any
Okay.
other bowl statues? I don't think I have any of those. All the bowls.
So we can consider this a sanitary environment.
Yes,
Proceed.
this is. You will not die from bowls.
From bowls. That's true. So what is your plan here?
Sylvia. So Sylvia.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Hannah.
So I know I've been kind of thinking about this, right? And I don't know. Like I know this probably isn't really strictly like medicine or kind of like what you do, but I've been wondering, like this is all really weird to me. Like why we're supposed to save this woman and like take her out of the weave of fate and all this like weird mystical shit that we're like talking about. Like it's really kind of weird,
Yeah.
and I keep wondering just like why this woman. Like I know we said like maybe this is just a test, but that like this isn't the kind of thing you do just as a test, right? Like disrupt fate and all this stuff. So I've been wondering if she's like maybe like us, like we all kind of find out recently that we're all have this like weird magic. I don't know. I was just wondering if like maybe she was too, and that's like why we're trying to save her, and maybe I don't know, like maybe she's another one,
You're right. There's people die all the time. Why is it this person?
Yeah. So I was wondering, like, I mean, is there a way to like figure out if something is off with her? Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just working on the farm and stuff, but she was she was really strong. I'm wondering if like maybe she's got something special about her, or like.
I mean, I think that's kind of how farm women are, but yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but she was like really, really strong.
All right. Well, I mean, I looked at. So I got a brain scan once from Carter, and it took a while, but I was able to see some abnormalities that I've never seen before.
Yeah. Do you think she... wonder if she would have like the same kind of thing?
I've been wondering about all of us. I kind of wanted to
Scan everybody?
I mean, for science.
Well, yeah.
For science.
Yeah. I mean, like
But-
you do.
I don't really have that equipment here. That stuff's really expensive. But yeah, I mean, I guess we could. I don't know. I don't know what other way there would be to tell. But yeah, that's worth thinking about. I bet there's like, I bet one of those rituals or spells or something, whatever those were in that book. I bet one of those does it.
Oh yeah. I wonder. Should we like try to find out if something's up with her?
I mean, you got any ideas? Like, I could give her the standard check over, but without better tools, I don't know what else I can do.
Yeah. I don't know.
But I mean, you're right. It's weird. Why her?
Right, like I was thinking, I mean, there's got to be more to it than just like some random, woman who owns a ranch.
Yeah. I'll give her a checkup. There's not a lot of information I can get without, seeing inside, getting under the hood.
Yeah. I mean, probably worth at least checking something out, right?
I mean, Sylvia will start. I mean, and she was going to do this anyway. Just start checking everything, vitals and eyes and.
I mean, she's got a bruise on her
reactions and stuff.
thigh from where she got jabbed.
Mhm.
But I mean, yeah, checking her vitals. Her vitals are fairly normal for being in the state
Situation.
that she is in. Yeah, I mean, if you did the same thing to any of the rest of them,
Would be the
they'd
same.
look normal, right? They'd look like regular people. And there's nothing
Abnormal.
right, like you said. There's nothing externally abnormal. You found something in Carter's brain scans, but
And I'm not sure it was entirely unique. It's just unique,
it was fairly unique.
Okay.
Yeah, it was definitely nothing you'd ever seen before, nothing that you'd ever read about before. There was something about it that suggested a heightened sense.
Mm-hmm.
So how are we getting her set up? What is the plan here for Sylvia and Hannah?
Oh yeah, I mean, gotta. I guess she can have my bed.
Okay, yeah, that was the first thing. Like, where she's in your bed.
Yeah, she'll have my bed and get it all. Get a nice fresh, clean sheet and
Very good.
try and have it all. Got like some sort of heart rate monitor, not like medical, even just like a
Some of the basic
something that you can buy at the
gives you an audio cue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to keep an eye on that and whatever else. Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, you're having this conversation, and at about probably around 12:30 ish, she starts to stir again. So maybe Hannah was a little light, but maybe that's better than being too heavy.
Yeah, good. Sounds good. I mean, yeah, I don't know if there's a different medication I can move to that would be more, I don't know.
Yeah, no, yeah,
longer lasting, or I'm not, it's not like that immediate impact, but like more of a slow, were we able to get any IV like drips or anything like that when we were?
Yeah, I mean,
off our heist?
you had a pretty good heist. You're in the back of your mind, you're not exactly sure how that's going to go down. Like you've been, stashing this stuff, but you always had the ability, like, to put it back if you needed to, like if you knew that something was going to be up. So, but that's for later. That's a later problem. You'll worry about that later. Yeah, I mean, yeah. You've got an IV that you can go ahead and put into her arm.
And then
you don't have a lot of experience with anesthesia specifically, right? You're not an anesthesiologist or studying for that. But I mean, there are some basic things that should keep her groggy, if not completely out.
Yes, that groggy is
okay.
Yeah.
If you want to keep her completely out, you have some of that, You just don't necessarily have the expertise to know that you're going to do it correctly.
Yeah. Froggy, like, I know some surgeries, like you keep them awake, but like not awake. You know what I like? That's done.
Right.
If that's what that's what it is. That's fine.
Then you can administer that, and it seems like it'll kind of keep her in a half asleep state for now, at least. Okay. Anything else the two of you want to do before 2 trucks come rolling around?
Well, I guess since Sylvia can't brain scan her, unfortunately.
That's a bigger thing to move.
Yeah.
Can't fit that in a backpack.
No, I guess not.
Yeah, I'll talk to. So I'll keep telling Hannah about all the things that you got to do because, like, at some point I'm going to need a rest. I'll keep teaching her all the things she should be looking out for and
keep a track of, and how to change out the medicines, and or rather how much to be putting in, and what have you.
And at some point I'll say, man, at some point we should really open up a private practice.
And I didn't know you were like.
Well, there would be a lot of less, like oversight. I guess we could just get a loan and
Do some medicine.
just have access to what we need.
Yeah, so you want to do like, you don't want to stay at the hospital. You want to like do your own thing.
I mean, I don't want people telling me I can't do brain scans when I want to do brain scans,
Yeah, I mean, that seems like
just a small little,
right. I mean, yeah,
big enough to
private practice all on the up and up. Yeah.
Well, for people like us.
Oh, okay. You think? Wait a minute. You think there's like a lot more?
Well, I mean, we'd have to, work on other people too, but just, I feel like it's a niche in that business, right?
Yeah. So like the regular people fund the like checking out the special people.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know. Just came to me.
I mean, it's a good thought.
Yeah, I wonder if Bill would, he pays pretty well. I wonder if he could get us started.
You think he'd like, hook us up with what we needed?
He might invest.
An investor, yeah.
I bet if you were involved, your parents might.
I'm not entirely sure that's the kind of investment they'd make.
Okay. No.
Yeah, I don't know. That'd be a tricky one.
Good thinking on that.
Oh,
yeah. That's all I'm doing. For these guys.
All right. Oh yeah, I mean, at least until about 1:30, you're not going to have a lot of trouble with keeping her under. So yeah, around 1:30 rolls around. Carter, Bogey, and Desh, you arrive at Sylvia's. I'm not sure the intended method of entrance, but you are there.
Go through the woman. Well, I just walk up and knock on the door.
I'll get that. No.
I know you did. Thought about it really hard.
Yeah, I'd say yeah. You open the door and there's Carter in front and Desh and Bogey standing behind in the hallway.
Hey, Sylvia.
Come
you
on,
got an
you
Android
guys.
charger?
Android.
Yeah.
Is that the one with the like the 3 things?
Do you have a USB-C?
Oh, I have a USB.
All right. Mind if we come in?
Yeah, come on in.
All right.
I don't know. Check out over there. Maybe it works the same way with my iPad.
No, it doesn't.
So,
where is she?
she's in here. She's happy. Every once in a while,
Nice.
she kind of murmurs a little bit, but that's just the state she's in. She's fine.
So you're keeping her under?
Yeah, not like. I mean, just in a drowsy or more than drowsy, whatever you call it, groggy.
Sedated.
Sedated, yes, but not like out. That stuff's a little harder, a little too long on
She's
that.
not bound, right?
No, she's fine.
Okay. Oh man.
Yes, so she should be just fine. We'll keep her safe here, and we just gotta ride out the day.
So your plan is to just keep her drugged up for 24 hours straight?
I mean, I figured that was less alarming than kidnapping her.
Is that safe to keep somebody under for that long?
I mean, of course it is. I don't know.
Look, listen to the
mean,
doctor.
There are risks, but that's what I do for a living. That's
Yeah, like everything has
Yeah.
risks.
This is
Yeah, I know that's what you do for a living, so and I look over and
anesthesiology.
notice Hannah, so Hannah just nursing it up.
Is Hannah being a nurse right now, or is she on TikTok?
She's probably, I mean, if you're, like, she probably observed you for a little while and then it got boring, so she's
Sitting on the bed with.
Oh, okay, so she's just
yeah, she's just like hanging out in the, I don't know, somewhere else in the room, staring at her phone.
thought we had a different backup plan. I thought you were going to try to like get her off site in the morning.
Well, we talked about how the day starts at midnight.
Right.
And how are we going to get her off site?
You all talked about trying to I don't know, convince her to go into town for something or do something like that. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what I just woke up to. So
No, I mean, I don't think there was. I think you're not remembering it. There wasn't a thing. We tried all our plans, and they.
No, we didn't.
work.
No, we didn't. Don't even say that, Sylvia.
This is
Don't even say that.
the only thing we can
Which
do
one
is
did I
move
miss?
forward.
So all right.
I'm the only one who didn't blow my cover and make her freak out.
Don't worry. When the cops find us, we'll be sure to let her know you were the one that drugged her.
Well, hopefully we can avoid that.
Do you think it is safe to keep her under or groggy or just keep giving her stuff for the next 24 hours? And then how is she getting back?
I don't know. We drive her. She drives herself. I don't know. I hadn't really got through that part, but just keeping her alive was the focus. Did I miss something? Was there another plan that? I mean, I thought we kind of killed the weed plan, and I know there's the whole sit on the neighbor's yard with a big gun, but that just seemed.
That was. You're right. That was the desperation maneuver. That was the I'm going to be out here in case you guys can't get her off, and then you all try something else.
Right.
I was a last resort.
I thought this was the resort before that resort.
You all got there pretty quick then.
I mean,
Yeah.
it had to be before midnight.
And yeah, and once, she was freaked out by seeing somebody vanish into thin air and ran upstairs and was peering out her window with all the lights off and her shotgun ready to go. Seemed like time to do something.
By that point, Hannah, you were already in the house though. Because you could.
Yeah,
For the record,
but the thing is, she wasn't pointing the shotgun at the person who was in the house because she didn't know it was in the house. She was looking out the
you
window.
act like this was Plan B. This was always your Plan A.
no,
You
Dutch,
guys, you folks had never given chance for Plan A because you already had Plan B working.
for the
I mean-
record, I think you made the right call. I think you tried to talk to her. I think doing the magic trick was great.
Yeah, and if that worked,
That was
then
our best shot.
cool. That would have been it.
Shotgun?
It didn't. Yeah, she had a shotgun. She was at the window with all the lights in her house off, peering out the
You
front
nearly
of the house.
died.
What?
So you nearly died.
I mean, no, I got her in the leg and then I disarmed her immediately. And
Hannah's a little beat
Did,
up.
did a gun go off?
no, the gun didn't go off. I mean, I made sure to get the gun out of her hand. I wasn't gonna let her shoot at me.
I mean, I think we tried it one way. We tried it, deceptive, but no risk. Just talking to her, trying to get her off site. And then you guys tried the honest way, and it had a chance, but she was stubborn.
I mean, like, out of all the things that we could have done, this is where we are. So let's just worry about this for now, and put our whole focus into this now.
Okay.
I mean, we
All
gotta
we
get her
can do is
back and convince her that it was the best for her. And if we don't, then it saved her life. So what do we do when it's time to wake up?
Okay, let's go wake her up then.
No. Why are we waking her up?
You just said it's time to wake up.
No, what do we do when it's time to wake her up?
We tell her the truth, and we tell her the truth. We tell her that she was going to die, and then we try to talk her out of calling the cops and getting all of us arrested except for you.
So, I mean, I'm with you, but it sounded like that's what you guys did, right? And it kind of went poorly. So, what's going to convince her this time?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just saying as soon as she wakes up, we've got her car here because otherwise we're driving her back. So we're going to give her the option. We're going to give her the ability to take her fate at that point. But man.
When is she gonna wake up, Sylvia? Like if you didn't drug her anymore, when will she wake up?
30 minutes. Like whenever you turn it off,
Yeah,
turn off the valve or stop giving her whatever you're giving her, about 30 minutes, and
it'll take a half
she'll be
hour
mostly
for
awake.
to get out of her system, and then once we stop the drip.
So we talked to her, right?
I mean, that can be the plan. Maybe we should have our bags packed just in case. I don't really want to get arrested.
Huh. Interesting.
Hmm.
But I mean, what are our other options other than talking to her? make her think it was all a dream, like try and convince her somehow. I don't know. She could wake up in her own bed, if that's better. To wake
We
up
could
right
try
with
to go that route, but is it safe for her to be? I mean, because we're gonna have to move her with her being drugged again, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
So here's the question: what's to stop somebody from calling the cops and looking for her?
I mean, left a note. Did you see the note?
No, I didn't see a note.
There was a note left on the door.
Just said she'd be out of town for the day. She's got a family emergency.
I love that reaction.
Didn't need anybody looking for her today.
Well, did you at least turn off her cell phone? Do you have her cell phone?
Does she have a cell phone?
She does not have one on her.
Did I see one when I was cleaning up the house?
You didn't really think about it. Now that you think about it, though, yeah, there was one in her room.
Okay.
That was the beginning of your cleaning and that fog state. Yeah.
I didn't see a cell phone when I was looking around.
So she left on a family emergency without her cell phone.
Must have been a real fast developing emergency.
You go anywhere without your cell phone, Hannah?
I'm not like old.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
I mean,
Guys, we're in a no-win situation because
you
people
think
are going to be
somebody's
looking
going to go
for
in
her
and
right now.
look inside her house?
Well, they're going to probably see it, call to make sure everything's okay.
See it? Why are they going to see anything? They're going to.
Wait, no, hang on, Sylvia, hang on, just real quick. Let's just role play this, okay? Like we're in a game. So somebody's gonna walk up, not see her truck there. Walk up to the door, see a note on the door that says that she left for the day. Will probably call out of concern if they're a friend or if they're a longtime coworker on the farm. It's going to ring. So if they're near the house, they may hear it ring inside, and then all of a sudden, that doesn't add up.
Probably won't hear it ring. But they stand on the porch and make the call. I'd probably get back in the car, make the call. Freaking cold outside, man.
I just hope that she has a family.
Everybody has family.
What if she doesn't have a family?
Everybody has family.
Well,
That's
you hope
not a
everybody
thing.
has a family, but some people don't have a family, Like, not everybody has a family.
Or even
Everybody
worse.
has a family. They biologically have to have a family.
Or even worse, Sylvia, what if one of those family members also works with her on the farm?
They're all
Like
dead.
a family farm?
We don't know that. We didn't do any background research into her.
So if she does have a family and they work on the farm, or if she doesn't have a family, then this doesn't work.
It's fine. It'll be fine.
Right, but I'm just saying
Family
if she
emergency
does have family that works on the farm, and they're going to be like, well, we didn't hear anything about this. What's going on?
All right, stop imagining every terrible possibility. You don't need to go through all that.
Okay.
So
all right, just role playing. Sorry.
Yeah.
So, but like, her truck's real visible right now. So like, should we drive that to some place that's, I don't know, like in a garage, and then close the door?
Sure. But we're 100 miles away in a like a crappy apartment complex. I don't think this is going to be the first place that they're going to go look when she doesn't answer the phone from a family emergency. You guys are jumping a lot of
Unless they,
things in one day.
unless they file a missing persons report, at which point they look for a vehicle.
And they find it parked right next to mine.
Doesn't somebody have to be missing for like a couple days or something before they do anything?
Not if they assume foul play.
Why are they assuming foul play?
Probably
Her cell
because her
phone's still in
cell
the
phone's
house.
still in the house.
And she
You don't
doesn't have a
assume
family.
foul play. You guys do not watch enough criminal shows.
But like,
You don't watch enough criminal shows.
Yes, I do. I watch them all the time. Thank you very much.
Okay,
Come
then
on.
you would know. Then you would know that if somebody suspects
No,
anything,
you guys
it
are
jumps
like-
up.
Oh my gosh. Trying to thread the needle here. First, they're going to do this. They're going to be the family member. They're going to make the phone call. They're going to stand on the porch. They're going to hear the phone. They're going to assume foul play. And they're going to look in a parking lot 100 miles away for her car and be there by 5 a.m.
That actually sounds like every criminal show I've ever watched. to
No,
be
that's
honest.
not it.
Yeah.
You must watch, and I name some show where it's like totally unbelievable.
Oh yeah.
Ridiculous.
Oh yeah, I love that show.
Those are the
Great
everybody
show.
knows those are not the real ones.
Oh, A&E has. Oh, never mind. So we wake her up. Or we let her wake up in 25 minutes, and then we
Wait, from now?
figure out, and then we figure out where to go from there.
Why are we waking her up now? Like,
Or she's gonna wake herself up.
are you trying to kill the woman?
No, I said we're gonna let her wake herself up. You said
No.
the stuff would wear off in like 30 minutes. Well,
That was not the idea, though. The point is to keep her alive. I don't think I can justify killing her at this point after all the measures we've gone through.
we're not gonna kill her.
What are you gonna do?
We're gonna
Dash.
wake her up, and we're gonna wake her up and talk to her, Sylvia.
That sounds like the step one to killing her. Then what next?
Are we talking about the same thing here? Because I'm not planning to hurt her at all.
The
fact-
bowl is. The bowl is, Dash. Did you forget that part?
I don't see any bulls around here, Sylvia.
So you want to tie her and keep her here for a day?
Nope.
You're going to talk to her for a day. You think she's going to sit here and let you talk to her for a day?
Sylvia, if you try to stick a needle in her, I'm going to beat you up.
I only got half of that, but I know what that. You cut out.
And he
what
tries
was
to
perfectly clear.
look as angry as he can when he says that.
Dash, if you try and kill this woman, I'll have to stick a needle in you.
Oh, it wouldn't be the first
Deja
time.
vu again, right?
yeah, that did happen.
I'm not letting you kill this woman, Dash. You talked to her and it lasted about 30 seconds
I'm
last
not
time.
gonna let you stick another needle.
You're not
in
going
her.
to talk to her for a day.
I'm not gonna let you stick a needle in her.
She's already got one in her. We can just do it through the
You're
IV.
not gonna stick another one in there.
Okay. I'll do it through the IV.
If you go touch her again, I'm going to hit you with something.
I don't have to touch her. I can just touch the instruments.
Okay,
She'll be fine all day.
we can get semantics here, but I'm just letting you know.
Consider me
So-
We
one.
agreed.
I'm not going to let you kill this woman.
I'm not
Not
going to
after
kill
what
her.
we've gone through.
I'm going to talk to her.
Oh my God, that's going to kill her, dude.
I was talking to her, going to kill her.
Please, you can't
please.
talk to her 24 hours. You talked for 30 seconds and she pulled a gun on you. She's not going to believe
Does
you.
she have a gun on her right now? Did you
No.
leave her armed?
Wait, everybody, just stop for a second. All
Dash,
right, Dash,
your
Sylvia,
logic makes no sense.
Sylvia. Hey, everybody, just all right for a second. Stop. So, like, if we wake her up now, then what if we woke her up just like a little bit, so that she's awake enough to like talk, but not awake enough to like leave, and then we can chat. And then if it doesn't go well, then rather than having her get violent or run away, then Sylvia can put her back under again. Dash, would you be all right with that? Not all right, but tolerant of.
I look at Carter.
Twilighter.
Yeah.
Whatever we do from this point forward, we need to all be in agreement. If we twilight her, we explain everything, and then she freaks out or does whatever, put her under, then well,
Think it's going
guess
to go a
that's
lot better than it did a half hour ago or hour and a half ago.
So let's just think about this. Like, do you have anything that would make her more open to hearing us?
Yeah, I mean, she can respond to everything. Yeah, she won't remember it, but
like, not just, but like
won't feel
hearing
anything. Yeah, I mean, she might be a little loopy. Can't get
not
total
just
clarity,
listening,
but
man,
we can
like,
get close. You want me to make her more suggestible?
I just wanted to
That's it.
Truth serum?
be in a mindset
I
to
mean, you'd
like
probably be better off.
hear what we're saying.
You'd probably be better off with those brownies than anything I got. Solved.
I don't think she's going to accept food from us at this point. Just saying.
I mean, I would love
Sylvia,
to talk her into it.
What's the harm in talking to her then? If all you're gonna do is drug her as soon as she starts to do whatever.
Okay, I mean, we can do it again, but I'm skeptical that it'll work. Unless you have a plan that's different this time. You got to change a variable.
Well, again, we had like a lot of options, and we didn't really get a chance to explore them. Oh wait, sorry, Bogey.
We're already here.
Go ahead.
We're already here, man.
Do we have something different we can do this time? I mean,
we don't.
No, different went out the window.
I'd still never heard one of those good options you keep talking about.
No.
I never said it was. I said it was a good option. I said there were options that we were still talking about.
We don't need to worry about those because we can't do them. All that we have is here.
Okay, we're going to talk to her. How are we going to convince her?
We probably won't.
So let's think about that for a moment, though. So Naomi and Bala. Is she the one that is the shopkeeper, or was she the worker?
Yep.
Yeah, the shopkeeper. The owner that sent you.
Naomi told us that she was going to die today, yeah? But who's she? You know?
I mean, Anna was talking about that. Anna, what were you saying about this woman? Anna's on her phone.
Yeah, she is. So like I was just
got a Rosetta Stone app up right now.
Yeah, I was just like wondering, like why like why this particular woman? You know, like why do all this stuff? Like, you know, disrupting the weave of fate or whatever it was. Like, sounds like kind of a big deal. And like, you know, figuring this out about some, I don't know, woman who owns a ranch just as like a test to see if we could pull it off. I don't know, like that seems like kind of a lot. And so I kind of started wondering if, you know, like maybe this woman was special in some way and, you know, like had some weird magic powers like we do, and like maybe there's some reason this particular woman.
Like,
Have
is
you
she
asked
part of
her?
the Confluence?
Yeah, like is she? I mean,
She seemed freaked out by what Bogey's trick did, though.
yeah, but like, wouldn't you be if you didn't know you were magical, and then I don't know, stuff started like weird stuff started happening around you?
Carter just starts nodding.
Should
Yeah.
should we take her to the river?
You want to like drown the woman?
No, like,
Well, like if
I
she
said,
drowns,
Sylvia
she's a
won't
witch.
stand
If
for
she
that.
floats, she's a. Or if she drowns, she wasn't a witch. If she floats, she was a witch.
did Hannah go to the river? I can't remember.
No, Hannah refused.
Bogey, this is going to sound really dumb, but have you tried to send two people at the same time?
No. Whoa, do you think I could?
Dash, you up for an adventure?
I'm ready. Better
So
than this
Bogey
place.
puts one hand on Dash and one hand on Carter at the same time.
And you concentrate, nothing happens.
And then takes one hand off of Carter.
And you concentrate, and Desh disappears for a few moments and then comes back.
I can't make two people go there.
No, it was
Can
an
you, like,
idea.
Talk or anything when you're there? Or could you like leave a note?
I can't really, if I remember correctly, we couldn't really move. We could just see, and I mean, we weren't really there long enough to do anything.
Yeah. I wonder what it is.
I mean, if you want to put a note in my hand and I can try to drop it while I'm there.
I mean,
Oh, yeah,
Sylvia,
someone,
keep
like,
this.
literally-
Sylvia, keep this woman under. Let's just explore this option real quick, and I go over and start writing a note and bring it back over to Dash.
It just on the blank paper. It's just a test. All right.
Well, no, because I'm gonna see if you can drop it if I can pick it up.
But you
Yeah,
can't move.
okay.
All right. All
I'll
right.
try to drop the note at least. How
Okay,
does this?
so yeah, Bogey, you're gonna
You
send.
know what? Never mind. Let's just do it.
So Bogey, you're gonna send in Desh with a note, and Desh, you're gonna try to let go of it.
Yep.
Or have loose enough
Yeah,
fingers
just
that
have
make you
him.
let go of it.
Yeah, just sit it on top of me, and well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how I'll do it, but
All right. So yeah, you send Desh away, and he comes back, and he was holding it like this, hoping it would just fall out. And he comes back, and it's moved, but it's still in his hands.
Mm.
And maybe it would work. It just didn't. You could try again, but
yeah, I tried. Didn't really want to go anywhere.
No, that's fine. I just
Can you
Just a
breathe
thought.
when you're there?
yeah.
Can you just blow it
I was
out your
alive.
Go.
I don't know. Am I going again? Is this
Yeah,
gonna be
man,
like-
okay, here.
So you send him again, and Desh, you try to like through your nostrils blow the note.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Desh comes back, and there's no note in his hands.
So, like,
All right.
are you all going to the same spot?
well, we're about to find out.
All right, hand on Carter.
Carter disappears, and Carter, you kind of like glance down and around, but you don't see a note.
Hand on Carter.
I thought I heard Hannah and Carter. I was like, no. Not
So
going
Carter
anywhere.
does not see a note.
Carter does not see.
No note.
All right. Need to tap Sylvia.
Are you resisting Sylvia? Or are you going?
I mean, not really resisting. Like,
Okay, then yeah, you go, and you experience like everybody else has that. You're on the edge of a river and big cavernous area, and you can't really move. But again, no note.
And then Dash.
And Desh heads there and kind of glance down, and you can see the edges of the note on the ground.
So everybody's going somewhere else.
I don't think we're going to the same place.
But you went back
Or
to
the
the
same
same
time.
place. So you're going to the same place.
Right,
But
and I'm
not the
guessing
same place that
I'm
they're
guessing
going.
Carter goes right. I'm guessing Carter goes the same place he goes to, and Sylvia went to the same place she went to. But it's a different,
Wow.
even though it looks.
It doesn't look the same, but it does.
Well,
Can you?
what were we? How is this helping us with the whole?
I was hoping that we could drop a note saying trust them, that she sees it, and then. But
Oh,
yeah,
Wait,
that's not happening now.
Carter, come here to where Dash is standing.
Okay.
oh,
All right.
Kind of standing about the same place Desh was just standing.
And then I'll tip Carter.
You go there, glance down, but no note.
Yeah, no. Good thought though. That was I'm on board with that thinking. All right. Here's so
while we're doing this, I'll go over like somewhere else. Tap me again.
Tap him again.
There's a note.
Do I see the note?
Yep.
Okay.
So no matter where
So
he
it's
is,
not-
he goes to this. You go to the same spot.
that's reassuring.
Yep.
But where's the river?
A mystery for another day, I think.
Yeah.
All right, Sylvia. So if we do this,
So it's like the 17th time I've teleported.
You're a little queasy.
like Thor after.
It's like 1:30 in the. It's like 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah, it's probably getting like 2:00 now.
so Sylvia, if we do this,
Yeah.
and we put her back under from that state, is it going to harm her?
Oh, it should be fine. This all the time.
All right, well then, if we're going to do this, let's figure out what we're going to say. So we tell her that she's magical? Is that what you were suggesting, Hannah?
I don't think Hannah was saying she was magical. Just we're wondering if she might be.
Yeah, like, I mean, why else this particular woman, like, I mean, just picking somebody random just to see if we could pull off getting them out of the weave or whatever. I don't know, seems like a little, like, why bother? Like, why bother going through all this for, like, just some average person?
Maybe she has some important role to play, or maybe she has a personal connection with the person we met.
Yeah, I don't know.
Are we just pawns in the gods' chess game?
Gods.
I mean, we're definitely pawns, but I don't know that they're gods. It's
Yeah.
Bill.
I mean, and they played a lots of draws, so. They keep
You watch
offering the
chess
draw
yet?
before move 40, and Robert Hess gets real mad at them.
Oh my god. Terrible.
I mean,
So even if the case, Where does that get us?
Sorry, Johnny, you cut out again.
You went midnight on
Oh,
us.
so even if that is the case, where does that get us?
Even if that is the case, where does that get us? I think was the question.
Anybody hear me?
Yeah,
I can hear you now.
Yeah.
but yeah. So even if she
Can you kinda hear me?
magical, yes,
Sorry.
yeah. So even if she is magical, where does that get us? Was that what you were saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe
What's the? I mean, even so, what does that matter? Even if she is magical, what does that matter?
Maybe to some place of a little bit of trust. I don't know how else to get it, but got to do something. I mean, do we have anything else? I mean, should we? Probably shouldn't show her our vat of warm goat blood.
No.
Probably not the best idea.
Probably not the way to build trust, is it? But it is weird.
The only thing I can think of is that we tell her that someone was trying to get after her. But I don't know if that's actually going to work now because
We got after her.
because we are that person now, right?
Right. We got after her. What if we? Is there a way we can all show her our magic stuff? I don't.
What? Let's show what magic can we show her?
I don't know. I mean, I
Okay.
can.
Bogey's is more visible. Dash, yours
Yeah.
is harder to.
I mean,
Mine's not real visible. Hannah, what do you got? Can you do it? Do any magic tricks?
I mean, I can. I mean, like, I can do. And looking around real quickly, is anybody? Or I guess somebody's got something in their pocket. I'll just like, wait, who's near me? I guess who's closest to me.
I mean,
Probably.
whoever you want to be.
Probably
Probably
Sylvia.
Sylvia.
All right. I'm gonna just sort of walk by Carter and just lift something out of his pocket,
Yeah. Yep.
and then walk back over to Sylvia where I was and just like hold up whatever it was. I don't know, whatever you had in your
Wallet.
pockets, Carter.
Roll a d6 because I've got 6 things in my pocket.
Oh, cool.
I'm kidding you not. I planned ahead
6.
for this.
All right, I got a 6.
So the thing that you actually pull out is you pull out a full bullet that's about that size. Sorry,
Okay.
about that size.
All right.
It's a big bullet.
Big bullet.
So yeah, and it's like nothing happens, and then I'm standing back by Sylvia, and I just sort of like open my fingers, and I've got it in my palm, and I toss it back to Carter.
Did we see Hannah move?
Yeah, you saw
Yeah.
her like walk by.
Okay.
But like, there wasn't any real noticeable bump or anything. Like,
Right.
but somehow she managed to lift that off him.
Yeah, like it's nothing special.
That is some serious thief magic, Hannah.
I mean,
Is that the only thing you can do? Can you like grab a milk out of the fridge without opening the door?
no, like I'd have to open the door. It's just like stuff that is on your person. It's easy to get. I don't know. It's always just been easy to do it without getting noticed. I mean, there was like
See
the one.
why.
What?
I can see why.
You sure it's not just that it's the only way you use the power?
I don't know. There was like the one time this guy I thought was gonna like stab me. Like I thought for sure he'd stab me, and then I don't know. It was real weird, and like I was like not next to him anymore. I don't really know. Like I didn't do it.
You
Oh,
teleported?
like you moved yourself?
I don't know. I
You
don't
can
know.
teleport too. If you could do that and Bogey could do his trick, then I mean,
I don't know. Like that's the only time I've done it, and I was just like trying to not get stabbed in the gut, you know.
Maybe.
well, Sylvia can probably stab you with something or try to stab you, and then you can see if it works.
I mean, maybe I guess.
No, just try and do it without getting stabbed.
I don't know if I can. I mean, I didn't like. I just sort of did. It just sort of happened, you know. So I think. I think it might only work if I'm like in danger or something. I don't know.
I pick up a cereal bowl and throw it at her.
Wait, no, the bowls are all outside.
Oh, I thought you left them on the counter. Oh, you put them outside.
Yeah, they're out on the porch.
Oh, they're on the floor. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I didn't realize you got them out of the apartment.
Out of the apartment.
That's
There are no
amazing.
bowls in the apartment.
Got it. Sorry.
So when we came up the stairs outside, there was like a stack of cereal bowls beside the door.
Sure, yeah, I guess. That's probably about right.
I thought they were out on her porch.
I mean, that is the porch.
Oh, okay.
Door porch, you know. Cute place.
I'm sure there's like a pillow or something. Like a couch
And
pillow
pillow's
you can
not
throw.
real dangerous.
Not exactly. No.
I mean, all of my stuff that I know of. I mean, it's not going to impress her.
What you got, Carter?
I can track people.
Yeah.
I mean,
That'll be hard.
I can track. Yeah. I mean, if you want to let her run loose, I can try to track her down.
Epic game of hide and seek.
Worst
won't
game
be-
ever.
For our last trick, we're gonna play hide and seek.
I'll give you a 30-second head start. Here are your keys to your car. Go. The more we talk, the more that I just feel like we just, dumb as this sounds, Desh, we let it go all day, and then 11:30 wake her up. Tell her the truth. As dumb as it sounds, that's where I'm leaning.
I'm just saying that none of us, well, I'll take that back. Some of us weren't convinced of anything until we were convinced of, well, a lot of things. And I mean, I don't know. Yeah, we freaked her out. But who's to say when she wakes up, maybe we didn't say the right things. I don't know. Maybe she's willing to
process what happened.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, and so the worst that can happen is she screams, right? Is that we agree at least to that the worst
That'll
thing
be
that
the
happens is she
first.
screams?
That'd be the first worst thing, yeah.
Okay,
So that's why we mostly leave her sedated.
so if she comes to and doesn't scream, even if she's not happy, maybe we can at least talk to her. And who knows, maybe it's not like we convince her in 5 minutes. Maybe it takes a long time. And damn it, if she does scream, then God, you're gonna stick her anyway, no matter what we agree to. So it is like, does it hurt at this point? And maybe if what Hannah says is true, maybe she will have some kind of, I don't know,
connection to the confluence.
Yeah, maybe. I just don't know if we wake her up and have her drugged an entire day, and then we wake her up at 11:30 and say, "Hey, here's what happened. We're sending you home now." There's no way that this ends with us not being on a wanted poster somewhere.
I agree.
If we take a day, maybe at least try to talk to her, it may end up the same way. I'm not going to hurt her, Sylvia. If she screams, I'm not going to hurt her. If she breaks free and runs, I'm not going to hurt her.
We don't need her to be awake enough to break free and run, though. Like, that's a natural reaction to the situation that we can't allow to happen. You know?
Then if it happens, then, like I said, Sylvia hits the old IV vein and we all go to sleep and wake up in the morning.
No harm. You can try.
Yeah, just don't wake her up too much, alright?
Just wait a little bit longer. Be there. I think.
Okay, so yeah, were you slowing down? So not stopping, but slowing down the.
Yeah, taking it to whatever level is more in the groggy zone.
Yeah.
Is just right.
Alright. So I mean, yeah, it takes still about 20-30 minutes before she seems like she's coming to.
I'm just waiting. Did
I
she
mean-
do anything?
No, I mean, like she's just kind of stirring a little bit. I mean, obviously she's being left in a half awake state, so she's not going to break the ice.
Do you want some water?
Head kind of
Can we give her some water?
shifts like listening. Probably not.
I look over at Sylvia. Can we give her water at this point?
No, you shouldn't.
No. She probably choked.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, her head shifts like she's listening, and her brow furrows and shaking a little bit back and forth, like she's trying to come to. That's currently the response you've gotten.
Okay. Maria, know that we talked earlier tonight, and I know it's really hard to believe right now, but we really do have your best interest at heart.
Very convincing. So she. I mean,
Yeah.
Dash is not convinced. So yeah, I mean,
Dash
she's
is not convinced at all.
stirring a little bit more. But Sylvia, you don't think she's. You still think that there's probably too much. Like she's still going to be a little bit too far under. Like this drug's meant to be on or off. Like it's not really meant for a midway. So I mean, you can continue to ease off, but at some point, she's kind of mostly awake or mostly asleep.
Okay. Dash, she seems like, sorry, she's not quite there. She's not real coherent. Might have to get her a little closer to awake, but take a little longer. So we'll do that, but I'll also ready a dose of the quick knockout.
Yeah. So it takes about probably another 15 minutes. She was already getting there. And she starts to stir a little bit more, certainly groggy, but like she'll raise her non-IV'd hand and kind of rub her eye and start to look around a little bit blurry-eyed.
Please don't scream.
And her eyes don't pop open because they're still
Yeah.
groggy. But like they do open a little bit in shock, like recognizing the voice and starting to quasi-process.
And Sylvia will step in and, ma'am, I assure you, you're safe here, and kind of doing the
Yeah,
the doctor when you're waking up, kind of those
excellent bedside manner.
Yeah.
Under all circumstances.
It's true. It's true.
I'm sure you're fine. You're this can be a bit disorienting, but just try and
What happened?
give it a moment.
What happened?
She asked what happened.
Yeah.
Great question.
What do you recall?
You and Hannah, are you in the room?
Yep.
Yep. She looks over and, like, with a shaky hand, she points at Hannah and she attacked me. And
I'm sorry about that, ma'am. That was
Yeah.
necessary for your own safety.
Do you recall when? Do you recall when? I point over to Bogey.
Yeah.
Bogey and I came to your door.
yeah.
And I'm Desh, by the way. I don't know if I introduced myself, but I'm Desh.
Didn't even talk with their names. Just showed up and went,
I can't remember if we introduced
You did.
ourselves.
we're here to
Okay, I
save
can't
you.
remember.
Watch this.
But I mean, it's nice to remind her.
When we came to your door, and I know what we said to you was outrageous, and you were not interested in what we had to say. I wouldn't have been interested in what we had to say either. And I can only tell you this, that what our esteemed young friend over there did was, as she said, what was viewed to be in your best interest. We're trying to keep you safe, and I know it doesn't seem like it right now, and I know that you don't feel like it right now, and I know you're ever going to feel like it. But we do have it on somewhat good authority that at some point today, someone else, not us, is making a threat on your life.
What kind of bullshit is that?
I understand. I get it. I totally get it.
Who said that? And she seems like she's coming more and more to, or a little less groggy.
Hey,
The woman's name is Naomi Mbala. You know her.
Her, as soon as you say that, her head tilts, like in recognition, but also confusion. From Q's Stone, the shop.
yeah.
Why would she say that?
You know her? You've met?
I mean, it's a small town. Yeah, I know her.
She was concerned for your safety and wondered if we could push back against fate.
And Bogey, as you're speaking, like, she glances at you and immediately looks away. And then as you're continuing to talk, she glances at you again and then looks away immediately. Not like, I mean, her memory is her memory, and you're kind of the freakiest person in here right now. You get that sense, like it's not like
Normal.
right. Yeah, it's that.
I mean, Bogey's usually the freakiest one.
She's still processing what happened and your relation to it.
Right. That wasn't a trick. That's real, and the threats that we're trying to prevent are also not of the world that we're most aware of.
What What do you know of Naomi?
She runs that store, and she used to be a fortune teller, and for the state fair.
And you know the type of stuff she sells.
Yeah, like new age mumbo jumbo.
Yeah, it's not.
So who's gonna kill me?
That's the problem.
It was unclear, so we needed to.
If we knew, we could have prevented the. I mean, we could have
How
just
do we
gone.
know one of you aren't gonna kill me by accident?
I've
That's
had
certainly
I've
a
had
worry.
I've had the same question myself, to be honest.
We're not, guys. We are just trying to save your life. None of us is going to accidentally kill you.
I mean, if she has an insight check, she knows at least Desh is dead serious when he says
Yep.
that. I don't know about Bogey, but
We've taken great risk to try and prevent it.
That
Did you?
doesn't make sense.
and listen, 6 weeks ago, 2 months ago, whenever we started this, I don't know how long ago it was.
2 months.
Give or take. Yeah,
2 months ago. 2 months ago, if somebody had come to me with what we're saying, I'd had the same reaction as you did. Even 4 weeks ago, I would have had this. I mean, you can ask them. I didn't believe any of this mumbo jumbo, as you say. And then,
This is what you all do. You just go around knocking people out.
well, yes, apparently that is
saving
actually
them?
what we do.
If they resist,
Like, you just think that's okay?
No, it's
No.
not.
yes.
We don't think that it's okay.
This was not. This was not okay. This was not the plan. Our plan was to talk to you and try to convince you. But we fully understand why you didn't believe us, and so we're gonna do our best just to protect your stead until somebody took it upon themselves to do something else.
We shouldn't have shown you.
We've only been working together for.
I shouldn't have shown you what I did at the door, huh? Is that why you closed the door on us?
Yeah, it was scary.
It's
You creeps also showed up at 11 o'clock at night, or 10 o'clock at night, and
10. Yeah.
telling her she was going to die.
the
It was 9. Thank you very much.
9 o'clock
I
at
guess it
night,
was,
on a Sunday
9.
night, or whatever it was.
Monday night.
the threat was told to us to be a bull.
oh,
But as these sorts of things go, that might be an animal or it might not be.
I mean, a bull's an animal.
We also took it to possibly be a person or something else. And Carter kind of steps from where he was kind of just out of her eyesight and just. We were sent to protect you.
From a bull, and Naomi sent you to protect me from a bull.
And we did not know what that bull meant. We did not know if it was one of your animals, hence why I showed up asking the questions that I did. And by the way, my dad is still interested if you've got any studs, but beside the point.
Carter,
We,
Dad's a rancher?
yes.
Oh, I thought that was just. I thought you were just making that part up.
No, we don't have many cattle, but yeah, that's a story for another day, Sylvia. But I'm sorry, Maria. We didn't know if it was one of your animals or if it was going to be someone that goes by that nickname or has a tattoo or who knows. So we were trying to get to you before the day started to warn you and hopefully get you out of there.
Or to leave you there and figure out a way to, I don't know,
Protect you.
protect you.
So you.
Hey,
So-
I know.
So
Yes.
you're not gonna kill me.
No, I'm not going. No,
Why shouldn't I? Why shouldn't I go to the cops or at least the psychiatric ward and tell them there's 5 nuts?
honestly, I don't know why you wouldn't.
You've seen what Bogey does. You need to see more? Be convinced that it's real?
I take them to a river, but I don't know where it is. If I
That's
And you can tell, like, immediately, Bogey, you can tell immediately, like, to her, that's a non sequitur. Like, that just, where did that come from? A river? What river? We go to a river? They're gonna drown. No, not that they're gonna drown. But yeah,
like,
you can tell she's confused as you say that.
and I look at her and I say, I don't understand it fully myself either, but I can't go there myself.
Can
But
you
what I
show?
discovered last night at your house was that this is something that, like, there is something more here. And there's paths that we just don't know exist. And so if there's these ways through the world that we don't know about, then maybe there is a real threat to you that we're preventing by not being there. Can I send Dash can I send Dash away so that you can see this and you can see that he comes back and you can see that it's okay?
And she pauses for a second, and it looks like she's about to say no. And then she looks you dead in the eye, Bogey, and she says, okay.
Then I put my hand on Dash and send him away.
Goes away for a few moments, and he comes back, and her eyes just furrow deeper.
Was the note still there?
How long has it been? I guess it's been almost an hour.
It's been about
Probably
an
an
hour. Yeah.
hour.
No,
Probably an
it's
hour.
no longer there.
No other. Okay. All right. I'll bring that up at some point, but not right now.
Not pertinent.
I can't believe
Yeah,
it.
not burning it right now. Yeah. Can't. You gotta keep it right here. Yeah.
Yeah, her brow furrows deeper, and she seems pretty calm. And she'll start to sit up in the bed, and she starts reaching to pull the needle out of her arm.
I can get that for you.
Do you say that, or are you doing anything?
I do. I say it.
Okay, no, she shakes her head, and not like in a frantic way, just shakes her head, and she pulls it out. And
Can I send you to the river so that you can see?
no,
fair.
I offer her gauze to
Said the same thing.
cover up the.
yeah, she'll hold the gauze down. So you just what? You're just gonna keep me here all day because you're afraid of a bull?
We're afraid of your death being caused by something that we don't understand.
We were hoping.
I mean, we could just watch movies and order out and stuff.
Oh, I'm in.
And we can compensate you for any losses at
How
the
about
ranch.
how about this? How about you prove it to me? You claim a bull's gonna attack me? Fine. Let's go find out.
That seems like a high probability of you sort of like dying, which is like the thing we're trying to prevent.
Yeah, kid. I've tussled with bulls, or at least gotten out of the way of them plenty of times. So I'm not afraid of a bull.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, a bull is a lot bigger than me.
Yeah?
I think that I could make a bull disappear.
Okay,
If
but
I can
like,
stay-
no, look, everybody, like, I understand. Like, I understand that this would be a lot easier to, take in if we could, like, prove to you that you were in danger. But putting you in danger is, like, the whole reason we did all that stuff and, like, got you here. And so, like, putting you back near the bull, like, for the rest of today until, like, midnight
super
is...
sorry this is all so inconvenient for you.
No, it's not inconvenient. It's just, like, we're, we made a lot of effort to get you away from the bulls, so we don't really want to, like, take you back near them,
Their methods were misguided, but their reasoning, it is the sole reason. I mean, otherwise, it's the only reason that we've looked for you. It's the only reason we made up these elaborate stories to try to talk to you, and it's the only reason that we came to your door at 9 or 10 o'clock. We have no other reason. And today is the day that whatever this terrible death is supposed to happen, and if you make it till 12 o'clock midnight, then you don't ever need to see it. I mean, we don't, as Bogey said, we don't know why we're doing this. We
But
will.
in
That's not
doing
true.
that, then it is quite unprovable, isn't it?
Maria,
Oh.
do you have any family?
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like the hostage takers asking them, does she have family? That's
No,
right.
it's not that. We're trying to make
Oh,
sure
that was out of
that
character.
you are here for them. More so than anything else, we're trying to make sure that you, whatever is supposed to happen today, doesn't happen, so you are here for them.
Yeah. This all seems batshit crazy, which is why I want some kind of real proof besides this guy, and she points at Bogey, being super weird. And she's talking about the disappearance, not like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe she doesn't know you that well.
She doesn't know enough yet to make that evaluation.
Give her 12 more hours.
We'll get there.
I mean,
We'll get there. And
I mean, I discovered a week or two ago, a couple weeks ago, that I could read any type of, well, I don't know if it's any type, but any language I came across, it just, and I mean, I'm a rather smart individual, but I'm not a linguist, and yet, and it had nothing to do with study. It's just I could look at symbols on a page and I know what they mean. I could look at any, that's not something I studied. I'm not old enough to have studied that many languages and to know that. It would take a mini
The only way
lifetime.
out of this has always been to protect her for the day.
And
yeah, but like out of fear. I'm not.
wasn't
I
the
don't
objective.
live in that whatever kind of fear the five of you are living in.
It is not fear, it's reality.
What's so bad about a day of watching some movies and getting some good food?
With
Also,
a bunch of people that just kidnapped me, I could name a few.
No,
also, like, just to let you know, like, we're not really afraid of you dying. Like, I can't speak for the rest of these, like, people here. Like, I don't know you. I don't really care that much, but, like, we have to make sure you don't, because that's how we get, like, information we need about a whole bunch of other stuff, which I'm not really going to get into because it's also very weird. So, like, we're really just doing this because we need to do it, and, like they were saying, once we're done, we're out, and we'll try to forget
But
that.
in order to do this, we're going to have to
That'll do it.
have her consent for doing this. Then we'll need to do it at her ranch, which means that we'll need to face this danger.
I mean, but we don't really need her consent because we've got her, like, here, right? Whatever.
But after this is done, then we need to be able to continue to live our lives.
If we accompany you back to your ranch, could we stay the day until midnight?
And she takes a moment to think and to process. Yeah. But if nothing attacks me, calling the police.
Agreed.
You want something to attack you?
Something already attacked me, lady.
Also agreed.
And she starts sitting up in bed, sitting up to get up.
It's the only path there ever was.
So wait, we're gonna like take her back to the place where she's supposed to die,
And keep her from doing it.
but we have to like let the bull attack her first, like let her
Oh.
get gored, so she can
No, we
see
don't
that
have to
she
let
would
her
like
get
get
gored.
gored, and then
I think if something happens, it'll convince her. If a bull starts running crazy, it doesn't seem like the bulls are going to run crazy, but if all of a sudden a bull starts running crazy or some dude walks in and he starts, I don't know. I have a feeling it's not going to be something subtle.
So what if this whole thing was that like the reason that she's in danger from the bull is because we took her to her house and like I don't know, one of us went in and like what do? You like tie a rope around its balls or whatever to make it angry? And, like one of us did that and sent the bull after her, and that's why her life was in danger. So we're actually the cause, but also the thing that prevents it.
It's like Final Destination.
I'm
Fate's a
looking at Bogey as I say all this
Fate's,
to see what he
Fate's a
thinks.
real pain in the ass.
Sylvia, go ahead and give me a cult. I'd probably say cunning.
Dude,
Just see if you realize something that hasn't necessarily come up.
Your call has gotten quite high.
She's been doing a lot of studying.
she's been reading.
Yeah.
And watching movies.
Yeah, the movies help. Okay. Yeah. So part of what, like processing through and thinking about some of the stuff you've read about Colton and kind of processing fate and how, fate's kind of perceived in different cultures. Like you realize a part of her insistence is, like if fate's a real thing, is because of fate, right? Like fate, if that's a thing, is going to try to get her back into that situation because she is fated to die, right? In that particular way, if that's real, right? So I mean, it seems crazy that anybody wouldn't just be like, yes, let me hang out for a day and not die, or at least not go back to the ranch and not die. This also seems like part of her personality, like she is kind of a so maybe that fits as well. But it's all to move her back into that position, for better or worse. And you also realize, in the conversations that you all have had, and all of you would kind of realize this, and that idea that if we did take her and hang out for the day, like assuming you're outside the weave of fate, could still potentially change things. You also could just keep her here, and obviously that'll change things. But that's part of what you process, is that it may be fate that is pulling her to return home rather than whatever else it might be.
Mm-hmm. This makes sense. We want to head back. That's how fate works.
And
It's not even yourself talking. It's hard to resist what we're trying to do. Why she didn't want to leave in the first place. She wanted to stay there. Not she did. Fate wanted her to stay there.
I think she wants to stay there because it's her ranch.
Yeah, but it's
we're
more than that.
introducing her to a part of the world that doesn't want to be revealed.
Yeah, that too, but it's a pull that's outside of our control. At least her control.
So if we exist outside of fate and we go back and we just watch, then whatever is supposed to happen will begin to happen, and then all we need to do is stop it.
Risky. Be a lot simpler just to avoid the situation altogether.
She's not gonna let us keep her here.
She's not.
She's still in the room, she says.
I thought I
She's
was
sitting-
gonna ask that question, but I sort of thought the way we were talking, we had like
Oh.
No, I kind
by the
of.
door or something.
Oh, I didn't know if you guys were just standing
No,
around.
I did this in front of her personally.
Yeah. I
Oh,
don't care.
okay.
You said, Drew, that you would or would not?
Oh, I would right in front of her. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
This one,
I kind of assumed Sylvia would, yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, she
Yeah.
says she's still right here
but she can't
about
control.
herself.
But she can't control fate.
I hope that we can.
I mean, if I'm nearby, I could probably give her a lot better chance than she would have had
Like,
if something happens.
yeah, but that's like a better chance at staying alive versus like definitely staying alive. Like, there's one of those that we want to happen.
But as Bogey said, we have to think about afterwards.
And that's why, and I walk over and hand her keys. I'm trusting that we can agree to this and that in the end you don't call the cops. And I hand her keys.
She takes the keys forcefully, kind of looks at him. I don't think I can drive right now. She's still a little groggy.
That's understandable.
Oh.
It's also like 3 a.m, and she didn't actually.
So let's spend the night here, and then we can leave in the morning.
We could return now, and
Stay overnight.
she probably want to sleep in her own. She probably sleep better in her own bed.
Stay here till midnight.
Teenagers muttering under their breath.
Bogey fishes around in his vest pocket and pulls out a couple of white pills and takes them. He's like, all right, let's go.
Would you like me to drive you?
Wait, we're going?
Ask.
Yes, she'll stand up a little shaky, but okay.
I reach
over to
my
Dash.
hand. I reach my hand to try to help her.
She'll kind of push it away.
Or would you like to stay until you feel better?
I'd rather go.
So I just want to like check real quick before we go. So we're doing the thing where like we all agree on the plan, and then that's what we do.
I opened the door to the apartment.
Didn't you said that was real
Well,
important that we did
we're
that,
in the
right?
room.
Yeah, so let's all agree.
One
I closed-
second,
I
Dash.
closed the door. I closed the door.
Everybody's
I
agreed
turned-
but Hannah. So
I-
Hannah, what is
Turn
your
around.
condition?
Like, I just don't like taking her back to the place where she's gonna die seems like a pretty big risk if the point is to make sure she doesn't die, and like that's the only thing that we're really trying to do.
You're right, Hannah, but
But we also have to prove to her that she's in danger.
I would prove it to us too. Like, wouldn't it be interesting to see if this really does happen?
I mean, does it
And we
like
have to
if we're
think-
interested in that, or are we interested in like getting the information that we need to go get the thing that we need to get?
I actually want to save the woman's life, but I want to know the weave of fate.
That
too.
this is real.
would be interesting for science.
I don't know if I call it science. I don't know if I call it science. I'll say, like, I know I'm not an expert in science, but I don't know. I'm not sure that I'd say it's science.
People call magic's just science we don't understand yet.
All right, well. I just wanted to make sure. I just wanted to.
Bull.
What?
If worst comes to worst, I'd take the bull. Whatever's fated for her, I take.
So you just like.
And Carter just slowly walks towards the door.
So you want to like commit suicide on the bull so that she doesn't die? That's your plan?
No, I didn't say that.
You said take whatever she takes, which is like dying by a bull is the thing that she's gonna take, right? Like we can at least agree on that point.
Okay, Hannah. So what is your point in all this?
My point is that, like I already said, if we're, if the point,
we heard you.
She's already in the safest place she can be.
But I'm asking, like, is there anything that's going to convince you otherwise?
That taking her to the site of her death is a good idea?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Okay, so then we're not all going to agree. Then.
Well, no, Hannah. I mean, we can do this. Like, they're right. We need to convince this woman, or else we're in a bit of trouble. So let's go convince her. Let's go do it the hard way, the stupid way. But
I just want to make sure that we all
know this is the more dangerous route.
All in agreement, that we all agree, because it's very important that we all agree on everything that we do.
Not anymore.
Oh,
I could give two shits what you think, Hannah.
I'm glad we abandoned that principle 2 hours later after we came up with it.
when someone came in and drugged the woman and took her out of her house, I kind of realized that you weren't going to play along with the group no matter what. I learned about your character. I got an experience point out of it.
Okay. All right. Would you prefer that I just sit out in the hallway here and pout while you four go do whatever you want? Would that be the solution? I can do that if you want.
I don't give a shit what you do.
We need you.
We all need to be here for this, because this is going to be more difficult.
Hannah, what you took out of my pocket and then gave me back,
yeah,
that is the reason I should not be here. And I just slowly walk out the door.
I'll follow. Yeah, I got the keys.
Maria's following.
Yeah.
As long as nobody's stopping her.
I don't know what that meant.
Now you gotta go find out.
I don't know. I think
go ask him.
I don't know. He seems like he's ready to go dive on the bull's horns. I don't know.
Yeah, well,
I question his state of mind, to be honest.
Totally reasonable. Totally reasonable. Let's go see for science. For magic.
Before we go. Wait, Desh walked out already, right?
Yeah, so it's Hannah, Sylvia, and Bogey.
Can I is there anything I can do to make Desh mauled just a little more before we go? He's really upset, and I want to see if I can just push him a little further before we go, because I want to see him I kind of want to see him try to punch somebody, because it'd be kind of funny.
He threatened me. Did you see he threatened to punch me?
I want to see if we can get him to try and do it and swing his little noodly arm at somebody and see what happens.
I think we should avoid that, but
I'm just saying it might be kind of funny.
There's no path to go down here.
I can't believe he was gonna punch me.
Hey, my noodly arm is getting stronger, by the way.
Okay.
Oh.
You just watch it.
Just want to point that out.
One point at a time.
Also, if you heard the way Desh threatened you, Sylvia, there really wasn't a threat there at all.
I mean, I know you meant it.
He literally used the words, "I will beat you up."
I will beat you up. You watch it, you.
Amazing.
I will strike you.
He felt very strongly. All right. We'll be fine, baby. Shh. will be fine. She might die.
Yeah, she probably is gonna die.
We'll
try
make
and
sure
stop.
that she doesn't, to the best of our ability.
Yeah, which means like, oh well, we'll try, but she might die anyway,
Hey,
right?
if she dies, at least you can give Desh the biggest "I told you so" ever.
Oh, that would be pretty great.
I'm in.
And now do you agree?
To go?
Yes.
No, I still think it's a bad idea, and I'm not gonna say that I support this, but apparently we don't have to have a full majority anyway, because Desh has made up
We do
rules
have a
and change all the
full
time.
majority, we're just not unanimous.
Whatever. I don't know.
If we
I
waited
didn't.
for-
I didn't
if we
take
only
like
made
civics and
decisions
economics,
based
dude.
on-
I don't know. Like,
Yeah, they
whatever,
do that
man.
senior year.
If we
Yeah.
only made decisions based on unanimous consent, then we could have one person just sandbagging the whole thing forever.
Well, it's a good thing we don't do that.
No.
It's a good thing that never happens.
No,
Good thing
exactly.
2 people didn't make a decision for the 5 of us.
I assume Hannah, Sylvia, and Bogey are joining.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, we head back to the ranch.
We have to take a different vehicle. Is Dash driving in the truck?
I'm driving her truck.
I assume
I'm
they
driving
left.
Maria's truck.
I assume they left while we were
Yeah,
talking.
yeah.
Well, and so there's Bogey's van and Carter's truck. I assume Carter was going to take his truck. Desh was going to take Maria's truck, and then the 3 of you would go in Bogey's van. Unless Sylvia wanted to bring her Prius.
I mean,
Have all the vehicles.
Do we
I
need
probably
to
should,
have
but I don't.
4 vehicles for 5 people, or for 6
Take the-
people?
Take the Prius to the ranch. You talk about
That's
standing
very anti-Prius. An extra vehicle for that
Come on,
many people.
guys, I got a short-term deed.
I'm trying to get this short-term deal.
You've had several opportunities.
I know. I'm good.
Okay.
We'll take the van.
Sylvia almost kicked your door in. I just want you to know that.
Yeah.
Because I also have a short-term deed.
You should have, man.
That's why I gave that nice little pause, like, how do we want to open the door?
Right. But I was like, no. I'll wait till it pisses me off a little more, and then I'll do it.
How specific is your short-term deed?
Narrow focus.
Kick in Sylvia's door at midnight. At 1 a.m. So you all drive back to the ranch, to Maria's. Dash, I'm sure you'll probably try to talk to her, and she's not standoffish, like she'll talk, but obviously like she is hesitant to trust for some reason.
For all the reasons.
Yeah, all the reasons. Like you're like, yeah, I'm on board with you. I understand. But you all get back there. She says you all can crash on the first floor. There's 1 couch and plenty of floor. And she throws out some pillows and blankets. She's not a monster. And then she goes up to bed. And she still gets up pretty early. So, only gets a couple hours of sleep. You all sleep for however long you want. But just in the interest of time. So the day will pass. This is what's happening in the day. She goes about her ranching. Whoever walks around with her, she won't stop you.
All 5 of us like crowding her.
And if anybody's like spending time with her, she'll order you to go do things, like
right.
ranch hands.
Yeah.
Whether or not you will, that's up to you. But I mean, if you're gonna be here and you bothered her all night, you might as well be free labor.
As much.
And she'll say,
Yeah, I'm definitely doing that.
and so yeah, she'll point things out, and it gets to be about 5:30, and she's wrapping up some things for the day, and she goes and gets some dinner, and gets it ready, and she makes extra. There's kind of enough for everybody, and it gets to be. This is where it is exhausting. It's very almost enough for another point of might. We'll see. Sorry, one sec. And it gets to be around 6 o'clock you all are finishing up eating, and she's starting to put some plates over in the dish area, and you all hear some commotion out in the field. She goes to the window and she looks out, and you can hear the cattle are getting all rustled up for some reason. And that's where we are at this moment. Not ending it, like just we are currently at this moment. I just wanted to kind of speed along because I know we're
Yeah.
Do the thing where we
I'll
make
go-
eye contact with everybody.
I'll go to the window instantly and start looking out.
Yeah, and I mean it's starting to get a little dark. Like it's it's a little bit past sunset at this point, and you're looking out, and I mean you can see the cattle are moving, and Carter, you certainly know, and you could tell she knows like this is abnormal. Like they don't. Something would have to be disturbing them for this to happen. And she looks out, and she gets her rifle. I know, and Carter, yours is there if you left it inside, as she insisted.
Yeah, I did.
Yours
Yeah,
is
I
there.
did.
And she's walking out towards the front porch.
Is this normal?
No.
So maybe
we can deal with it.
There's wolves or coyotes or something. I'm gonna shoot them. I don't want them to get my cattle.
of course.
Are there wolves?
Do you mind if I get
Oh,
point?
I guess she wouldn't have said wolves. Coyotes. She knows it. Coyotes.
Coyotes are wild dogs. That's what you were looking for.
Yes, she said wild dogs.
Yeah.
Shortened as wolves. And so yeah, she's heading out towards the front porch.
Well, let's move with her. I'll move with her.
Maria, do you mind if I take point?
Sure. And she goes out to the front porch, and from there she's looking out and trying to get a sense of what's happening.
Right.
And as you all come out, you can see that the cattle are getting more and more agitated and starting to move away from the center, as if they're trying to avoid something. What are you all gonna do?
What do I notice when I look through my scope?
Yeah, I mean, you look through your scope, but it's so dark. I mean, it's not so dark, but it's dark enough that
Right.
you see cattle, right? You're not seeing anything in particular, and there's enough there that whatever they're kind of shying away from, you can't quite make out. But all you're really seeing is cattle. There doesn't seem to be anything else. You don't hear any sounds of wild dogs or coyotes, and it's not like in a pattern, like they might be running through and they're shying away from that pattern. Like there's something in the center of the field that they're all kind of shying away from.
Is it noisy? I mean, is it just noisy from them moving?
It's the noisy from the moving and the sounds that they're making.
Maria, what's in that field?
Cattle.
Right. Any water hole or anything like that? River, stream, anything?
No.
Okay.
Boogie
So
starts watching how the cattle are moving and thinking about, like, well, if something were threatening him and he were a cow,
Yeah.
then what would you do? And
Move away.
Bogey turns into a cow.
no,
He discovered his next power.
but he wants the cattle to be safe and away from whatever is threatening them. So he wants to sort of lead them in their movement that they're already moving in, but have that movement, instead of being agitated movement, just have that movement be a herd going back to their barn.
So quasi funny, but also realistic. Like, is he using thoughts and prayers? Like, how is he trying to do this?
He's using his natural ability to feel how others feel.
Okay.
And,
Yeah, it's gonna, like, from here on the porch. It's going
yeah,
to
you're gonna
equate.
have to start walking that way.
Yeah, it's going to equate to thoughts and prayers, right? Because
Yeah.
obviously the cattle are not paying attention to the two legs on the porch.
No. So he's gonna start walking that way.
I'm gonna move with Bogey that way.
Sylvia's reaching into her bag for a certain syringe. It's been at the ready all day.
Rude.
And Maria's standing there and she's got her gun ready, but she's not moving off the porch. Like, she's allowing others to go.
Bogey, where are we going?
We're gonna go like be with the cattle, but have the cattle not be there because they seem really upset, don't they?
Yeah.
So like let's just get them away from what's making them upset, so that they're not, and then
Aren't
they
they-
can get back to their home.
Aren't they already getting away? Aren't they already getting away from what's making them upset?
They're sort of circling around.
So they haven't really started circling yet. It's more, shuffling away, stamping of hooves from the center. So they're making a
Yeah, we
little
need
bit of
to
space.
we
in the
need to
center.
give them a way to get away.
But I mean, it does seem at some point they could get moving, and then yes, we're probably going to see circle because they only have there's enough room that they can move.
Where? Where are we gonna move them to?
To the barn.
You know how to do that.
Not exactly, but like they want to be together and they want to be where they're safe. So like let's just let them know that we want them to be together and we want them to be safe also. And then like we can move them there. They'll move them there.
All right.
They know where they want to be. We need those barn doors open and ready for them. So you might want to get those doors open.
All right.
So Bogey and Desh are heading in towards the field and to open barn doors. What about Sylvia, Hannah, and Carter?
I'm just watching and smirking.
Smirk.
I'm taking up a position that's like close to that fence, but not too far away from Maria.
Okay,
I'm
so
just
kind of
watching
between-
Dash and Bogey.
between the house and the fence.
Yeah.
Okay. And Sylvia, you're just getting ready to stab her if she tries to run in.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just hanging nearby and, not like a little behind.
Okay, so so she's staying on the porch. Are you going off the porch to join?
No, I'm staying up. Yeah,
Got it.
I'm encouraging her to, be careful, keep your distance.
And yet she seems fine with that. She does not seem intent on coming off the porch. I mean, she's got the gun, and this suddenly seems a little bit more realistic. Not that, I mean, yeah, I mean,
Not imminent.
right? It's suddenly much more eminent, and the things that you have said seem to suddenly click and go, oh, huh. And then Hannah, you're just smirking on the porch.
Yeah. I'm just kind of like hanging nearby watching this whole thing, and I'm amused.
Okay. So as Bogey and Desh are making their way, I'd probably say at the edge of the field as you're starting, because you were going into the field.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bogey's separate from Dash right now, though, because Dash went to open the barn doors. We're going to make sure that any gates and everything that needed to be closed were closed. Any
Right.
gates that need to be opened were opened so that the cattle would have a straight path into the barn.
Right.
Yep.
And Sylvia and Hannah are enjoying some time with Maria, and Carter's kind of in between. And no, that's probably not the right word. A very loud, and I guess like piercing, deep bull sound comes from the middle of the field, and all of the cattle just jerk and start to spread out even further. And you see, not clearly, there's still cattle in the way, a large bull starting to head towards the house. And we're going to pick it up next time there.
Ah.
Aha. A cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger.
Cool.
Right.
All right. So there we are. We proved it. I guess. Now she's gonna die, so it'll be great. Well, it'll be worth it.
It's a win-win, right? Like
Then you'll be right, Hannah. See?
right, and you'll be right.
Yep. I can't wait until I'm right.
Like double right.
Gonna
Now
be
she
great.
knows, and Desh will know. You'll be super right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Well, thanks for hanging out, everybody. Well, I played Scion and also worked on a PowerPoint for class. So that's why, if you notice that I was staring off into space a lot of this, it's because I'm doing classwork at the same time as playing games, because I don't have time to do just one thing at a time. But hopefully we'll be back next week. We're gonna see. So make sure you check out Twitter for if we'll be playing next week. So normally we would be doing D&D. I'm going to be on our normal game night. I'll be at Universal Studios in Orlando, and so if we have good enough internet in the hotel, then we'll try to get on and do some D&D and see what happens with the Yuan Ti army that's coming up the stairs into the realm that we are now in charge of. Yeah, our army is coming up the stairs, so only good things will happen from there. So yeah, but if we can't do that for whatever reason, we'll see you in 2 weeks. But hopefully, we'll be back next week with D&D. Thanks again, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Good night.
Bye.
Night.
Night.
Night.